Hey y'all, happy Friday, TGIF, everybody. Hey Red Snapper, hey Cool Gamer, hey Cosmic Girl. So anyway, I hope that you guys are going to have a wonderful weekend. It's pretty rainy around here, so I'll probably just do whatever around the house. You know how that go. But anyway, I want to come on and don't want to keep you guys too long, but I did want to come on and talk about something that has been going around the sector for a couple of days. Hey, Miss Dee Dee. Hey, Nessa. Let me know if y'all can hear me all right. Okay. So anyway, so for a couple of days, there have been they have been having I've read about through just let me say a couple of panel discussions because they've been talking about, of course, the OGs in the sector. I know y'all know all this and all that, right? So just want to come on and tell you what I thought about him. And I'm thinking, well, okay. So anyway, I looked at a little bit of Jay Dunn's panel about what she had, what she was talking about when it came to the OGs and all of this and all that, right? Never be an OG panel without you. And I was watching the last bit and I was like, thank you, Samara. Well, now see, here's the thing. I never have I ever considered myself any type of, hey Mika, if I didn't say that, hey Samara, hey Natasha. I don't consider, and I'm sure nobody else does either, but I don't consider myself to be an OG of this sector simply because I am not. You know what I mean? By the time I came here, I came in when did I come in? VS was here, and I think her and Shy Bradley was already into it. And when I came over here, I think I came over here like maybe 2018. And from what I understand, people have been over here at least since 2014. Hey Kimmy, how you doing, love? Hey, just Andrea. And so yeah, no, never have I ever considered myself a OG. Right when I came here, there were already the beefs that had gone on for years, right? And so, but back then when I came in, you really had to like backtrack and do your research, and it took me a minute to figure out like kind of the origin stories, right? And so, like I said, I heard some of what some of oh Lord, I can't think of her name, Jay Dunn had said or whatever, right? But no, I just want you guys to know, no, I am not an OG Small Chair. I am not um not even in the black sector. Because see, here's the thing. I have heard, I don't know if, the other chat I listened to was Sean Bradley, right? And he was mentioning something like 2014, right? In 2014, I didn't know that YouTube had these types of videos. I started coming on YouTube in 2011, right? But not to do anything like this. I used to look at jewelry making videos and um, um, listen to music, right? Music videos, right? So I didn't. The way I found out about these videos was from when I was on the Devil Book Facebook over there, and I looked at a China Fox video, and that's how I found out that YouTube had this type of forum over here doing these types of videos, and so I came onto my YouTube channel and I made a video, and that was like I think it was 2017. And so but until then, I didn't even I had no idea that, oh, this was going on over here. You know what I mean? So I am absolutely not a OG in any sector, really, unless I made up my own sector, which I haven't. That would make me an OG in that sector, but that's not, everything else was established by the time I got over, right? So anyway, like I said, never have I ever considered myself an OG. I don't know why. I think that if you are a newer subscriber or whatever over here, maybe some people think that, but no, that is absolutely not true. Absolutely not. When I got over here, there was already, like I said, a VS and TSCC, of course, Sean Bradley, and everybody else. So anyway, but no, I absolutely not. I'm not an OG of this sector, right? So the other video that I heard um was Sean Bradley's video, right? Hey, RonyiQ, how you doing? And so I liked Sean Bradley's video. And the reason why I like Sean Bradley is now I do consider Sean Bradley an OG over here, right? Sean Bradley, uh, of course Nika and James Caldwell. Who else do I consider an OG that's over here? In my opinion. And that's only from, trying to figure out a couple of origin stories, right? And who else? On what's her name? On Jay Dunn's video, I heard Property Bonafide. I consider her like an OG. I don't know if she considered herself one or not, but I know she was back in the day with Sean Bradley and all of them. So I consider her one. Who else? I don't know if Viewers of View was back then, but I think she was. I could be wrong about that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I consider her one. Um, and and the only reason why I consider Viewers of View one is because did I see? You know what? I'm not even talking about Viewers of View. I'm talking about that lady. She was at the Vegas Gate 2016 in some of those videos. What is her name? I think her name started with T or something. I used to get her mixed up with a Viewers of View, right? But still, Viewers of View still could be an OG over her. I just don't know. But I used to get up her. The lady's name was It started with a T, but anyway, her, right? So I don't know if she's still over here or not. And Tiki, thank you, that lady. Hey Tisa, how you doing? I used to get her and Viewers of View mixed up for whatever reason. Um, yeah, Shelly. I consider her an OG. So Viewers of View was over here. Okay, and so those are the people that I consider to be an OG, and I even consider they say she not, but I even consider VS to be an OG, not the OG in the way that Sean Bradley and James Caldwell is, but OG to me in the respect that um Squeaky Jones. Oh, is Mystery Vanna OG Kimmy? See, I didn't even know that. Oh wow, I didn't even know that. But just because when I came over here, VS and TSCC was already established, and she was kind of running the sector, and all of this and all that, right? So, but yeah, but as far as me, myself, absolutely not. Absolutely not, you know. And so, anyway, like I said, I like Sean Bradley's video today, um, simply because um, he is an OG and he had a lot to say, in my opinion. Wiley, okay, Wiley, all right. I didn't even know that about Wiley either. I had no idea. I didn't even know that about Wiley. And so, yeah, I like pretty much overall. I like what he had to say, and I like origin stories, right? And so I liked when he was talking about the blab days, and I thought it was very interesting because he said not only did he talk about the blab days, um, and he also talked about when you had to upload a video and wait for the response, and all of this and all of that, right? And by the time I got on YouTube and start making the videos, at least there wasn't StreamYard yet, but there was it Google, the Google panel, the Google Lives or something like that you could do, or Google, was it called Google? Those, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? It was that going on, but it wasn't just uploading the video and waiting for a response. Now you had to be on here for a long time if you were on here, where you had to upload a whole video and wait for a response. I mean, like, wow, that means you've been on here for a long time. Okay, like, wow. And so anyway, he kind of talked about some things that had gone on in the past. One of Google Hangouts. Thank you, Jay Dunn. Absolutely, absolutely. And so, some might even consider Jay Dunn to be an OG because didn't you say you was back here in them days where you had to upload the videos and stuff like that and wait for a response? I believe Jay Dunn said that. I could be wrong. But anyway, he was saying some things, talking about some of the old days and all of this and all that. But what I liked was at the end of the video, almost at the end of his video. Hey, Miss Philadelphia. Hey, everybody that came in. Right at the end of his video, he showed showed a video of S. Hutchinson, and she was going back and forth with nigga, right? And so I was like, you know what? Even back then, child, you was there back then, Jay Dunn. Even back then, you know what I mean. It was very interesting. It was very interesting. But I like the fact that he showed an example. I even like the fact that he still had that video. He's probably got still got some old videos as well. And so I think it's always a good thing to be able to document. You know what I mean. So I liked his panel because he is somebody that I do consider to be an actual OG, and he also showed the example, of something that was going on Blab. And then I thought it was funny that he said when they found out that people were going back and forth in that way on Blab, how Blab just kind of got rid of the app. You know what I mean? Hey, Freddie, how you doing? And Mika, Michi, if I had said everybody. And so I was like, oh, they got rid of it because they didn't want them folks on there acting crazy like that. So they just dropped the whole thing. And because they got me to thinking, child, if those people were that dismayed, um, by all of that going on back then, what in the world would they think now, child? What would they think now? What does StreamYard think about this? You know what I mean? It's crazy. What did the Google Hangouts think about it? You know what I mean? Because Sean was like, well, black folks got to mess up everything, or something that he said to that nature, right? I put my own words in there. But it was a good little kiki. So, but I just found it interesting, everybody's take on who's an OG and who's not an OG. Um, and so, because I think I had talked beef, hey view, beef sector history is absolutely important because y'all know I done talked about beef sector history a couple of times. Because sometimes it seems like some folks are so lazy they don't even want to go back and find out, what's really going on. They just kind of put their own little spin on it. And if you've been around for a little quick minute, especially if you've been around longer than me, you be like, huh, what? Because this happened to me a couple of times. But overall, I thought it was very interesting. The videos that I did roll ball, red ball back or whatever, right? And so, but at the end of the day, I think everyone will agree, who the OGs that are active over here now, and they are actually the OGs. So I was glad that people could, agree on that. When it comes to the James Caldwells and the Deshaun Bradleys and whatnot, so that was cool right there. You know what I mean? Because I think it's important, for people to know the origin of the thing, because me, at first for a long time, um, when I came into, oh, let me tell y'all something else, child. I also found it very interesting when Sean went to talking about how it got started, how the fight got started between him and VS, right? And he was saying he seen a post or seen a video or he seen something or community wall post or something like that, and it said something about who's a villain and who's a real villain, right? And then he was like, because people might think that, I think that he said might think that VS is a villain, but who's the real villain? And then he said who the real villain, they were saying was, and he was agreeing with, was on site April. And then he went into the reasons why, he felt like VS, on site April, was the real villain when it came to that whole situation. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? And I never even thought of anything like that. But y'all know I like origin stories, right? But it's literally the first time that I had heard that. And so, and he was saying that he felt like he agreed that on site April was the real villain, not VS, but she was the real villain, because she, was the bone courier essentially, and and Sean Bradley smiled like I wasn't back then. I'm just telling you what he said. He said pretty much said that she was the bone courier. I think he said something like she went over there and told VS that hey, Sean Bradley and them is talking about y'all. Let's go over here. She said that the VS and her crew, and then they went over there and all this and all that. And I was like, wow, you know what I mean? And then he said it was something else that happened too. Um, what what else was that he said? But anyway, I thought it was a very interesting take on sector history as well. You know what I mean? And but you know what struck me most about the really reason why I really liked video is the fact that he said that if you name yourself, because this sector is named the beef sector, you stagnate yourself, right? Now y'all know my videos. If y'all are, my subscribers, y'all know. Hey Flo, how you doing, love? Oh no, they're not. No, absolutely not. Flo, you right about that. No, they're absolutely not OGs. No ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. No more than I am. Absolutely not. Hey, kind to me. And so, but I agree with him when he said you stagnate yourself, right? You put a label on yourself, and you think you come into the sector. And I thought that was very important for our real OGs left and are on to better things. I heard that Flow, yeah, because I know they were talking about was it Jay Dunn's chat when she was talking about that guy, he's not over here no more, but he used to be over here, oh, what's his name? Jay something. Um, I seen a couple of his videos. Oh, I can't think of his name, but he's not over here anymore. But they saying that he was over here at one point in time. Dang, I can't even think of his name. It's on the tip of my tongue too. Mm, he does pretty much not only information videos, but I know we do commentary on not information, entertainment. Um, yeah, the King Justin J. Thank you, Nessa. Justin J. Yeah, him. And no, he's not here anymore. But I think it's interesting that at one point in time he was over here. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I find that very interesting. hmm hmm But anyway, um, like you said, you don't want to stagnate yourself. And I thought that was very important. And I hope that if a new content creator heard that from this sector, you don't have to, stifle yourself and only, do the beefing thing, all the time. You can talk about other things, and your subscribers, don't mind you talking about other things. Like me, I come on, I can do the roast and the gag or the cuss out or whatever. Then we can have a whole different other type of conversation. You know what I mean? I think that it's good advice not to stagnate yourself. So I thought that was pretty cool. Nay Rob, yep, Nay Rob. So I thought that, and then I also liked that. Now I don't know what he's going to do with his channel, but he hid a lot of his I guess all of his videos maybe, because he said that channel is under construction. And I had been thinking about, see, I've got another channel. I never talk about it because I never know. I've had it for years and I simply don't know what to do with that other channel. Widely Goodness Sweet, Wiley, Goddess, Sweet Ma, etc., etc. Those are OGs. Oh wow. How long has Goddess been around? Now I know Sweet Ma been around forever. But I didn't know Goddess had been around that long. Flow. I really did. Mm-mm. I really did. Uh-uh. But look, so um, he hit his videos and he said that his videos, his channel was gonna be under construction. I was like, you know what? Cause see, I had thought about doing, I finally, well, the other day, I said, I'm gonna start doing uploads on that second channel that I got. Like I said, I had it for years. I can't figure out what to do with it, but I still got it. It's still up and running. Um, I can't figure out what to do with it, right? And I was like, why, just waste my time building up this other channel, because that's a lot of work running two channels, right? And I was like, well, why just I put my channel, my own channel, under construction, and my subscribers, because they already know that I don't only talk about beef sector issues. Watch Mona show up and say she invited the O. Show up to what, J Dunn? Flo said, yes, she is. She has been around since Mona first died. Now, see, me and Mona, Flo, came around. But me, Mona, and Nicole Tyler, we all came from the entertainment sector around about the same time. You know what I mean? That's how I know who is new and who isn't. Yeah, we all came over here around about the same time. Me, Mona Simone, and like I said, Nicole Tyler. Because first we were over there in the entertainment sector, and I actually found this sector because they start dropping VS videos down my stream. but I was still in the entertainment sector. One day I clicked on one, and that's how I found the beef sector. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, yeah. But no, Mona ain't no OG. You know, we're pretty much came in all at the same time. Me, her, and like I said, Nicole Tyler. We came from the entertainment sector. hmm Mona actually got into it with old girl over there. Oh, what's her name? Uh, uh, Mona is an OG. Olivia, Nicole, etc. They are confusing the B sector with the blackout and Ashley Miller. Now I don't know who Ashley Miller is at all. I heard a little bit about the blackout, but me and Nicole and Mona, I don't consider us to be OGs because everything had been up and running over here for years. You know what I mean? And got into it with Tasha K. Mona and Tasha K. Got into it. Really, Tasha K. started with Mona because she stole Mona Simone's interview with that crazy lady, that psycho demon lady. Um, oh, what was her name? Star Marie, right? And that's the first time I heard of Mona Simone, right? And so, but we all came from over there when that whole battle was going on over there. I know neither one of them were OGs. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, no, not none of us. Not. We all came together. James, Ashley, Justin, J. Was not the B sector. LOL. That was something else. Oh, okay. How y'all doing? If you just coming in, hey everybody. You've been following James, Ashley, and Justin J since 2015. Wow, Flo, really? Yeah, you've been looking at these videos longer than me, Flo. You've been looking at them longer than me. Because, like I said, I didn't find out that it was a platform. These types of videos and conversations and stuff was going on YouTube to 2017, child. I had no idea. 2017 was when I found out about it. That's the year I did my first video, I believe. hmm And hey, everybody that just came in, Dark and Lovely, OG Beauty. Who else I see? Nunu, True Black. Hey, True Black. Hey, Lovely Love. How you doing? She said, hey, love. Hey, everyone. I've been here since 2016. I became a content creator 2018. So you was here a year before I was, Lovely Love. hmm hmm You was here a year before I was. hmm Ashley Miller reviews TV shows. Oh, okay. I watched her and Justin J. Oh, wow. Okay. She said exactly they don't even know where Mona came from. She been around. Coco Puff said James, Justin J, Ashley Miller, Sean Bradley, all did Real Housewives. Is that right? There was an A Rob, D Mist. I heard him talking about. I heard the D Mist name called too. I heard that name called. Tam G, Ghetto View. I heard those names called. Well, actually, Flo, she started with. She came over here, actually because, like I said, Tasha K had stole her interview from Facebook, right? And that is the first time that I saw Mona Simone, And so, hey, Smart Show, how you doing? Mona been around causing havoc. Y'all just went and sing. I heard that. I heard that. Now I did hear Mona say before that she had another whole channel years and years ago, like before the Star Marine thing. Now I have heard her say that before. I sure have. I have heard her say that. But she was just. I guess she just did more content. At one point in time with the brains and whatnot on Facebook, whatever. But I have heard her say that, Flo. Absolutely, I've heard her say that. She may have been on YouTube. Hold on, let me go. She may have been on YouTube, but she wasn't making content. Yeah, Sean was so much fun. Said he did his reviews driving to work and cussing drivers out. I heard that. On my ISIS says, let me go back up. Hold on. On my ISIS said I've been on here since 2006. Oh, 2006. Wow, for real? Whoa. but I've never been a content creator. L Teddy used to be really popular on her. I heard that L Teddy used to be really popular. I heard he had a really. I've heard him talk about he had a really big platform years ago. 2006. Wow. Tracy was a part of her cult. Scotty is also an entertainment OG. Bondi Blue, etc. Now I heard of the Bondi Blue person. I've heard of her before. I've heard of her before. I sure have. hmm Flo been on here for a long time. You know more about these people than I do, Flo. I ain't gonna lie. See, it's and then that because like I said, y'all know I like the history and the origin stories and stuff like that. And even on this live, y'all was dropping some names in the chat. I heard of some of them before. I haven't heard of them somewhere before. Like I didn't know who did what is her name? Just said she was here since 2006. I'm like, wow. That was pretty Almighty Isis. Flo been here since before me. You know what I mean? It's always something to learn. I've heard of the Scorpion show before. They're OGs, but not B sector. I agree. Bonnie Blue goes way back. Wow. Yeah, I've heard of her before. Adrian Expressions for entertainment sector and beefing with James. Wow. 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 But yeah, like I said, I've even learned some new names. As you guys are typing in the chat. hmm You used to play on Sean Bradley Hotline in 2016. Flow. Lord have mercy. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. But you know what? That makes sense, Flo, because you are a lot younger than me. And it will make sense that me, as an older person, would have found these types of platforms later on. You know what I mean? Because you younger people are used to social media. You're more used to the internet. So you maneuver um the whole of the internet a lot quicker, a lot more a lot different platforms and all of that. Y'all move to it. Y'all move through the different areas like the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the Snapchats and the YouTubes and everything else. Y'all move through it, those different platforms, a lot quicker as opposed to somebody like me. So it makes sense. And I've heard Real Snapper people talk about have fun. Sean's calling shows where now see, I wasn't, by the time that I got over here, Sean wasn't even doing the calling shows anymore. He was done with that by the time I got over here. That's why I was like, no, I absolutely not. No OG over here. You was 18 when you started calling in on Wiley Show. Wow, I used to play all day. Child, like I said, y'all, the younger people, the younger crowd, all you younger people, y'all move more fluidly through these different platforms and stuff, and so y'all know more about the internet than maybe somebody like me. Not now, I'm sure not everybody my age is as slow about it as I am, but that's how it is for me. It did start to 2017. Can y'all see Bubbles? I see you, Bubbles. Where's Club Chat at? Yeah, Sean used to be fun. Then he got dry and fighting with everybody. And so, but yeah, it's just fun for me to talk about the origin stories and things. So I had liked this conversation. The whole conversation about the OGs and whatnot. I really enjoyed the conversation in general. You know what I mean? Like I really did. hmm I really did. It's interesting. hmm Because it's just like when I first came over here. No, I don't consider myself an OG. Absolutely not. By the time I know one thing that people talk about is that fight with Larry Nelson and whoever, and the carpet on the wall song and all of this and all that. See, by the time I got over here, all of that was over with. You know, I didn't watch any of that. I had to go back and dig, and how you hear something and you want to know the origin behind it, and you go try to find some old videos and stuff like that. So yeah, I missed all of that. hmm You know, you have six beef. Hold on, you have six beef safety years under your belt, Flo. These new additions, I don't know who those people are. Oh my, Isis says yes. I used to watch. I guess Alexis Taylor, Vagina Power, LOL. Miss O, I believe went around the same age. Okay, I have a friend that's a movie director, and he introduced me to YouTube back then. Oh wow, okay. Oh wow. Oh, is that right, Nunu? She says we first met on site from the Collins shows. Larry is definitely an OG. Yeah, I wasn't even. I missed that whole. You know, I missed all of that. By the time I had came to this side, it was that was done. And I still heard rumblings about it, but I wasn't here for any of that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Is that right, Flo? What's her origin story? Rich Snapper said, Newsy, like, the college. Yeah, I remember. But this isn't no OG and ooh, mm. Oh really? Is that right, Flo? Oh wow. You did come to the side until early 2019. Yeah, you're lying. I mean, I understand it because, like I said, I came on YouTube in 2017. I think I got over here 2018. You know what I mean? Because I was in the old black sector for a long time, and after I left the old black sector, I went to the entertainment sector for a while, and then, I found myself over here. But I be bouncing back and forth. You know how that go. And so yeah, but that's why I find it so interesting. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to mention it because I really liked his live. Like I said, most of all because he had he played audio from back in the day, and so that was fun. And so yeah, I liked his live. I really did. Hmm. Now, see, I don't know who Ashley D is either, Flo. I don't know who Ashley D is either. And so, but like I said, y'all done shouted out a whole lot of names that I hadn't even heard till today. That is crazy when you get to thinking about it. Child. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. That is crazy. But anyway, like I said, I really just wanted to give you guys my take on um uh what I thought about the whole conversation about the OGs and who folks consider to be a OG and who they don't, you know what I mean, and all of this here and all of that there. Pretty much nothing else I was interested in today, to be quite honest with you. Um, what else I see? Uh, oh, I saw Duchess Kelly Love over there a little bit of his video, and he was calling it Fight Friday or something like that, and he was playing audio of me and Wood Teeth over there. And she swear to God, somebody got to use her names for clicks and I don't know why people be stars in their own mind. I guess it just is what it is. It's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah. Now see, that's another thing. Bubbles, when I came over here, the T.S. Madison and Kaya fight, that was done and over with as well. And so yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Going to replay. Thank you, Piggy Oink Oink. Yeah, that was the T.S. Madison fight was over as well. T.S. and Kaya, that whole situation where people were choosing sides. They said people was choosing sides. Um, you know, but you know what, Flo? Even right now, when it comes to what's going on right now, it's not the same as it was when I first came over here. It's no fun over here anymore to me. You know what I mean? You just get on here and cuss somebody out. Like really, that's about it. That is just lame to me now. Just you know. She said, "Yeah, the T-shirt, that T-shirt, Madison and Kaya got the sector beefing. Is that right? That T-shirt. I don't. Hey, Bayless, how you doing? I missed the fun too. Red Snapper Beta said it's funny seeing everybody's take on the original beef sector. I'm gagged. It is funny. It's very interesting to me, Beta. So all I know is I am not a OG from the sector when it comes to the beef sector, or any sector, And so yeah, I was around for then, and I chose James. You chose James. Kaya walked out during the Monique interview. Now I do remember seeing that, because even in the entertainment sector, folks was talking about Madison and Kaya and how Kaya walked out on the Monique interview. But I didn't know before I came over. It wasn't until I got over here that I heard some people were saying, some people still say, right, that the B sector got started over the Madison and Kaya split or something like that. And for a long time I thought that. Mhm. 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 You still, Ronnie Q? Are you still in here? What are you and iBaby into it about? Some beautiful bean footage. After VS got thrown in a choke. Yeah, it really did, Floyd. I went down here. It really changed. For real. Mhm. It really did change after that. I absolutely agree. Mhm. Yes, Larry Reed did the production that night. And she said Madison had a house of I guess a house full of F words or a house of F words. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. That brought bad energy. Child. Things got weird once people started taking each other to court. Child. I don't even see how folks got time for all that in the first place. Okay, but to each his own, but I don't have time for all that. That was the beginning of the end. You had a couple of pages flow and you had a wrench with Joyce. Kaya, Larry King, and Madison, a bunch of names. Mm-mm. Just police and CPS. She said, "Flo, that is true. People got dirty. No roasting skits. Just police and CPS. Ain't that the truth?" Yes, Ronnie Q. Okay, because I want to ask you about. I'm like, let me copy the link first. Hold on. Okay, let me drop it. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to. Ooh, Lord, I can't. Okay, there's a link, Ronnie Q. The focus went from Tiss and Kaya to each other. I can't remember all your screen names. Flo said she can't remember all her screen names, child. I saw those birthday pictures you had up, Flo. You look real pretty, girl. Real pretty. Sure did. Let me get my what you been calling up here. Hold on, y'all. Just gotta make sure it's Ronnie, child. Is this you, Ronnie?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep, sure can. What's going on?
Okay. I do not deal with iBabe. iBabe has a page on Lipstick Alley. I have her blocked on Lipstick Alley because she's not entertaining to me. I don't watch her videos because she's not entertaining to me.
Uh-huh.
I got a notification on YouTube where and I hit it and I didn't even know who it was. You know the bell, it tells you when you're mentioned. And
You welcome, Flo. I'm sorry. I just want to tell
she had
folks
made
you
a
welcome.
she had made a post and she at Ronnie Q and she was talking about somebody people on Lipstick Alley were doxing in my live. And then she
Uh-huh.
posted a screenshot of a personal message from the year 2020. At that
Uh-huh.
time that she said people were doxing in my live, I had a page for about 2 weeks. And then she posts
Mhm.
as evidence a personal message from the year of 2020. And I went live in 2022, 2 weeks prior to. And first of all, I didn't appreciate her lying and saying doxing was being done on my channel, because nobody put any doxing information in my channel. So I replied to her and told her to stop adding me, stop lying, don't say anybody was doxing in my chat, because no one was doxing in my chat. And a screenshot from the year of 2020 from a personal message is not proof that somebody was doxing in my chat. If you want to prove that someone is doxing in my chat, why didn't you take a screenshot of the said doxing that went on in my chat? And then she added me in another message about somebody in Lipstick Alley, about what they had going on, and said, Lipstick Alley be doxing. Lipstick Alley is not allowed to dox. That is one of the guidelines of Lipstick Alley. Lipstick Alley is not allowed to dox. So what she's saying is lies. And then she keep adding me in it, and I have nothing to do with her. I don't go to her page, channel. I have her blocked on everything. So I told her once again, quit adding me in your BS. You think you have enough problems dealing with NM, New Mexico. Now I see why he is always getting the best of you. So then today, she I just found out. I was just going through my messages and looking at the people who I have blocked, and I see RonyiQ left me a message talking about don't add her. When did you ever tell me to not add you? I told you when you added me. That's when. You know, and I'll do what I want, and this, that, and the other. And Lipstick Alley does doxing, and I showed the proof. She showed a personal message from 2020 as proof that people were doxing in my chat in 2022. She's a nutcase. And I told her once again on this message, please stop adding me. And I've asked you every time you've added me to stop adding me. That's when I told you. And thanks for giving me a better paper trail to show that you're harassing me. Stop adding me. I don't know what's wrong with that crazy woman. And I told her to go clean her rat's nest that she called a house. And it seems like she'd have plenty of things to keep herself busy than adding me in any of her lies and bullshit. So I don't know what's going on with her. She is the third person who tried to put shit on my page. Jay Wilson, when I did a poll to say if he was affectionate towards his dog, he goes, oh, Jay Wilson did a threat on my page. My page was a week old, and I did a poll. Does he seem to be affectionate towards it? Does Jay Wilson love his dog? And I put a screenshot of him when the dog was trying to get some affection from him, and he was pushing the dog away. And the poll said no. It was over 350 people responded to the poll, and 87% said no. So then he comes on. RonyiQ said, I'm abusing my dog. RonyiQ never said you were abusing his dog. And she's lucky I don't strike pages. So he's the second one who, so he's putting it out there for his people to act on his behalf. So, you know,
wait. Are you saying that? Okay, so I'm absolutely confused when it comes to the iBabe thing with the 2020 to prove that people doxing your chat in 2022. I'm like, huh? Who?
My page was 2 weeks old. My page was 2 weeks old, and she's talking about people were doxing in my chat. Never happened.
So are you saying Jay Wilson?
No, Jay Wilson.
Ronnie, are you saying that Jay Wilson is trying to subliminally tell his people?
Yes, he's a second.
But was he subliminally trying to tell people to flag your page? Yeah, that's why I'm asking you.
Correct.
Why would he want somebody to flag your page?
Because I be on his ass with the truth.
Yeah.
I put a video up.
Child.
I put a video up and I put a poll up. I just asked a simple question. Does Jay Wilson appear that he loves that dog? And 87% of the people said no.
Yeah, your sound is going in and out a little bit. And what was the question you put up?
Does Jay Wilson appear to love his dog? 87% of the people said no.
Right.
87.
Yeah, he don't appear to love his dog. Okay.
So, but the thing is,
so for that he wants somebody to flag your channel cause that?
He came on his live and said, RonyiQ says that I'm abusing my dog. See, now that's something. If you have facts about dog abuse, you can call animal control and have the dog removed. See, that's more serious than saying, does he appear to love his dog? So he lied and said, I
Mm.
said he was abusing his dog, and then
Oh
come back
Lord.
and she's lucky I don't strike pages. So you
What?
lied and said I said something I didn't say, and then you put it out to your fucking hands to strike my page
Right.
because
Have they been trying
because
to
you
strike your page?
I don't know. I haven't had any actions that I really haven't checked my emails either, but I haven't had any action on my page.
But
And see,
good.
the third person was I can't remember who the third person was who like insinuated something about my page, and I'm just like, these motherfuckers. And see, that's why the beef sector is so fucked up. See, because
Yeah.
you can't drag a read, but all they do is lie and try to take people pages down now. And
Yeah.
this motherfucker
Yeah.
actually lied and then said, I'm lucky. How am I lucky? You cannot prove that I
Wow.
said that because I never said no shit like that. So where's the luck?
I mean, nobody
So
is
get the
gonna
fuck
take
out of
your.
here.
I don't even understand why he would think that somebody would, YouTube would flag your channel down because you say he don't love his dog. It don't even make sense.
No, he said I said he abused his dog.
Yeah, but why would
So
they not gonna take your channel because you said even though you didn't say that he abused his dog, he know good and dang on well that YouTube ain't gonna take your channel down because you said that and you didn't say it, but if you would have said that he abused his dog, child, YouTube ain't gonna take your channel down about nothing like that. But I do
yeah.
believe that he was subliminally telling his somebody like somebody said in the chat, his
Mm-hmm.
flying monkeys to go over there and start picking with your
Mm-hmm.
page. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
sounded
That's
like.
my point.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my point.
That
And
is
like I
weird.
like
Well, what I mean,
so
why he's so insecure about your page?
so he can say I didn't do it because I did another poll. I forgot what the other poll. I was like,
Hmm.
did Jay Wilson do something, or was he too busy giving guided tours to Tracy's apartment? And then the
Right.
guided tours to Tracy's apartment won out. So that was before the
Mm.
dog poll. So he's probably mad about my polls. But that was during the time when it came. They were discussing him driving people past Tracy's apartment. So don't get mad at
Which
me.
he
It's
did.
true. Why you mad?
He did.
You did it.
He did that.
You did it.
Yeah, he
The
did it.
polls
So
and
what
the
you
polls.
mean?
I just asked a question. The people answered the poll. You don't like what the people said
Right.
in the poll, but I didn't lie on you. You like get the fuck. Anyway, so that's. But I babe, I don't know what her problem is. I don't even interact with her. Never have. So I don't even know what the beef is with her. But I just don't like her. I don't know what the beef
Mm.
is, and I don't know why she's lying about things that has gone on my lives, which have not and showing a 2020 receipt when I didn't even have a page. Screenshot anything that you're
Uh,
saying that happened in my live. You're saying people from LSA was doxing in my live, which is untrue. But since you say it happened, just show a simple screenshot and we'll be done
right.
with this.
Because all your lives still up.
Exactly. Keep it so period point blank. Like get the fuck out of my
Child.
get out of my face. But
That don't
that's
even
the
make
deal.
no sense. That don't even
Mm-hmm.
make no sense. He is ridiculous. But we all know that he
And
ridiculous anyway. Like, are we surprised?
she may be mad. Come to think of it, Ibe may be mad because when they were discussing those, I don't go to his page, but somebody took a screen recording of the cops' body cam footage, and so I
Mm.
didn't have to go to his page, so I saw a snippet of that body cam footage, and the snippet of the body cam footage that I had was Ibe lying to the cops. See, Ibe played the recording that New Mexico did when New Mexico called Kwani's alleged mother. Kwani said
Mm.
he called the aunt, but nevertheless, it was the phone call that New Mexico did to allegedly Kwani's mother and was saying Kwani was doing this and Kwani was doing that. And did he know that Kwani was on YouTube? He wasn't saying, Kwani, do you know your daughter's on YouTube and your daughter is doing this to me and your daughter's doing that to me? Well, Ibe played that recording to the cops saying that he was calling her mother. She
Mm.
misrepresented that phone call to the cops where New Mexico called Kwani's mother. And I spoke on it because I remember during the time Kwani was saying all the things that he had allegedly said to her alleged aunt who he thought was her mother. So that's why she's
Mm.
mad, come to think of it.
Mm.
And it's
Play what
true.
kind to me?
It's true.
Lord have mercy. Well, I don't fool with that thing over there. At all.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know.
either. And somebody
Yeah,
from
I
the
know.
alley took us. You know how you screen record a portion of it? Because I don't mess with him. I
Hmm.
just don't. So that's how
Right.
I heard it.
Right.
And I was like,
Right.
why is she
Right.
playing that phone call to Kwani's people?
Mm.
And see, he's calling my mother. And yes, that's my mother who he's calling, lying to the cops.
Well,
Crazy
I will
bitch.
say this about that. I understand that that has been going on for a long time, but that is one story. I don't even want to know the origin story behind it. Do you hear me, Ronnie?
Yeah, me either.
I don't even want to know the origin story
I'm
behind it.
uninterested.
Yeah, absolutely. I
I'm
just have to pay something
uninterested.
like that. Does, child. Duh.
Yeah, so
But
that's the thing. I
it's
have her
not cool
blocked.
for
I've
Jay
asked her
Wilson to
to.
try to guess. Uh-huh.
I have her
Go ahead. I'm
blocked.
sorry.
I've
I didn't
asked
mean
her
to
to
interrupt.
stop adding me. That's okay.
Yeah.
The bottom line is I have her blocked. Every time she adds me, I say, please stop adding me. And what you're saying is not true. Please put the screenshots up that you're talking about. And that's it. She's the, I figured out that she is really, in my opinion, uh, off kilter and maybe needs some medication.
Child. It's a whole bunch of people on here that way. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Jay
Yeah.
Wilson go, Jay Wilson is trying to gaslight your channel, and that's something that's going on
Mm-hmm.
around here now. People like to say little things and use subliminals and just straight out lie and try to pour salt on your channel's name. So that's a new thing. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it ain't a new thing, but people just outright, straight up, without shame, gaslighting people's channels or trying to
Mm-hmm.
gaslight people's channels these days, and it just means that they're insecure. So he's trying to gaslight your channel. So it means he's insecure about your channel, or either he don't like you telling the truth about him. It's one or the other. But either way, he's
Mm-hmm.
trying to gaslight you. Period. That's what he's doing.
Right. Right.
I mean,
And
that's the way
you
I
can
see
say
it.
what you want to say, but don't be putting out, oh, she's lucky I don't
Right.
strike pages. What you mean? What
Right.
what? You
Right.
want
That's a
some what?
gaslighting tactic.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. Like I'm supposed to play dumb. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna act dumb like I didn't know what you just did.
Or that's going to
Anyway, so
stop you from
that's
saying
the
what you
deal.
want to say about him. That's not stopping nothing. If you want to say
It,
something about him or his ugly ass dog, then you going to say something about it.
mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
speaking of the dog, did you see Deanna's video about that damn dog? She made one
I
the
did
other
not.
night about his damn dog.
No,
Oh my
girl, what the,
God.
what the,
Girl, you got to go over there to Deanna's page, and when she's talking about that dog, she said, I hope y'all
ooh,
still up. Said somebody saved lyric. And she took a screenshot. He was out walking his dog. You can see all the bones in the dog's back. You can see the dog's rib
oh,
cage. And she was
oh,
like, is
Lord.
Jay Wilson feeding that dog? Is Jay Wilson feeding that dog? So I want Jay Wilson to talk about that because that dog talking about, oh, my dog is, and then he came back hot and mad making a video. Deanna Irvin, and with the name to the ASPCA in his area. Well, you make a phone call, and I would have you insinuated he would have her locked up if she made the phone call. It's just dumb.
Huh?
And then he just dumb because my dog is a healthy weight of
Oh, my
39
God.
pounds. Now,
Oh.
39 pounds, and you got a medium sized to large dog, and you talking about that dog is 39
No,
pounds.
that
I have
dog
a
don't
Shih
weigh
Tzu.
enough.
I have a
Right.
Shih Tzu, and he's overweight. He needs to lose 5 pounds. He's 25 pounds. I have
Right.
a larger Shih Tzu, not the toy one. He's 25 pounds, and he
Yeah.
talking about this medium sized dog. You look at his dog, and you look at Duchess Kelly Love's dog. Those dogs are the same. height, medium-sized build, and Duchess Kelly Love dog is well fed. You don't see no that dog look pole.
Oh yeah, that's
Look,
a
and
hat. Now
then
Dutch, I can tell. Yeah, I can tell that Duchess really loves and takes very good care of his dog now. So yeah,
exactly. Exactly. I
yeah,
was like, and he got on there and said, my dog is 39 pounds. I was like, bitch, my dog 25 pounds, and it's a Shih Tzu. I was like, oh my
right.
God. I'd be scared. I'd be embarrassed to tell
Yeah.
somebody I had a dog like
But
that and
look,
it's
check it out,
39
RonyiQ.
pounds.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. We've been saying his name so much. He must have been in the clouds listening, child. Cause you know he needs some content, and we done gave him some
Oh, he
content,
didn't win.
child.
Oh, he.
Girl, girl, he greatly at have, child. We done gave some content, gave him a good idea, cause he ain't had nothing to talk about, child.
And then
He got
while
something
he's
to talk
sitting over
about now.
there
But let me
begging,
say this, Jay Wilson. Let me say this in case you come back and listen. I don't give a damn about you or your dog. All right.
yo,
Now, if your dog, but I will say this: if your dog is 39 pounds, and at the height your dog, you are underfeeding your dog. Stop eating the dog food from your dog and give the dog more to bowl. Okay. Now we know you stingy over there, right? So what you
mm-hmm.
need to do is stop, buy your own food and leave that dog food alone. Okay? Because your dog
While
seems
you
like it's
trying to,
underweight if it's 39 pounds.
while he's sitting up trying to impress people, inviting them over to Thanksgiving dinner and begging his subscribers to pay for it, he needs to be begging to
Right.
feed that goddamn dog that live with him every day instead of trying to impress outside motherfuckers who ain't impressed with them brown sugar greens full of water that you
Ugh,
serve.
brown sugar green. Wait, what? He made some
You
brown
ain't
sugar
never seen,
green?
girl. Year before last, it was he was showing us himself cooking, and he was stacking his greens in the pot, and he put a layer of greens in the bottom, shake some seasoning in it, and then put
Mm,
brown sugar in it. You know, you're supposed to put a pinch of brown sugar to get the bitterness out, not to make them sweet,
mm,
just to get the bitterness out. He was
right.
pouring this brown sugar on, and then he put another
Oh,
layer of greens, some seasoning, and pour brown sugars, just stack,
oh,
stack, stack.
oh.
And I was like, candied greens?
That's what I was going to
It's
say.
like he was
Sweet
making some
greens?
candy.
Oh,
All that
Lord
brown
Jesus.
sugar. I ain't never in my life heard. You should have saw the brown sugar he was putting in them goddamn greens. That was a year Tracy didn't go over and pick up the greens, and he was like, "Tracy, these greens been sitting in the refrigerator for 3 days, and Tracy never came and picked it up." I was
She
like,
didn't
"So,
want no damn brown sugar greens.
girl,
She didn't want no
candied
sweet
greens is Jay
greens.
Wilson,
Oh, my
child."
God.
And he
Oh,
over there cooking,
Jesus. He
and
is
then
such a
talking
fuck
about
up.
I invited people over for Thanksgiving. I'm having a small dinner, and I already bought the plates with the lids, so they can take stuff home. So won't nothing be in the kitchen. I got a free
Oh,
turkey. I already got the turkey, and then later on, after I said that he probably got a free turkey because everybody giving turkeys away, he finally admitted that he did get the turkey. But when he first said it, I already got the turkey and the ham, but I just got to do my side dishes. Who want to pitch in for the green bean casseroles? Motherfucker, how much do string beans cost? Fresh
oh
or in the
Lord
can?
Jesus.
How much is a pack of string beans gonna set you back? Then I need
Oh,
who's gonna pitch in for the potato salad? I
right.
need mustard, mayo, relish,
Uh-uh.
motherfucker, and potatoes. How much does condiments in a bag of potatoes cost?
Oh,
And
Lord.
he sat there and begged for everything for that meal, and I got in his ass. Yeah,
Oh, my
I
God.
got in
He's
his
an
ass.
idiot.
Just
He is a
beg.
freaking idiot. It's what
And
he is.
it's
He's an
the
idiot.
people gave, the people gave, the people gave, and he
But
not
they're idiots, too. So.
not once said anything about giving back to his subscribers. So I set up
Mm,
my Secret Santa, and I put the date out. Duchess Kelly Love made me a little commercial for it, and then the day before my thing was to be drawn. He was into it all day, back and forth with T.S. Madison. He went live several times. After the T.S.
mm.
Madison show, he came back and said, "Oh, I forgot. I wanted to do something for my subscribers, but y'all, I'm
Mm.
so tired now. Now, this is the day before my thing
Mm,
was supposed to go down. But I'm so
mm,
tired now. But I'll get back with you guys tomorrow. And then 15 minutes later, he on James' panel because James was talking about that TS Madison. But you really want to get
mm,
back to your subscribers after you saw me put something out about content
mm,
creators giving back to their subscribers. But you couldn't
mm,
do it because you were so tired, but you wasn't tired enough to go back on another live and run your mouth about T.S. Madison on James' panel. And then when
mm.
he did do his thing, he had his subscribers to give to one another. I'm not going to put my cash
Ooh.
app out and I'm giving back. Well, what you giving then? Your subscribers were given to
Uh-oh.
each other. And then
Oh,
Tracy
Lord.
come out with, oh, I'm gonna do a gift giving to. I'm gonna give back to my subscribers. Now everybody's talking about giving back to their subscribers, but notice
Mm,
the strings attached. I'm gonna do a bingo game. It's gonna be for my membership only. So if you want to
mm.
be in the gift giving, you have to sign up for my membership. So you are not
Oh,
giving
Lord.
back because you are only giving to the people who give to your membership, and you're trying to get more people to subscribe to you to play this bingo game where you're giving back to people who are giving to you every month. Where's all the strings that are attached? So the people who don't
Oh,
subscribe to her membership are not eligible to get back. These motherfuckers and they bullshit and they sleight of hands trick. These old motherfucking
yeah.
grifting ass motherfuckers. They straight up
Yes,
grifters.
God. Straight up grifters. The damn half a sector full of grifters. You got that right. Oh my God. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
It's always a con in the midst of something. You know what I mean? Something. Girl, it's always a con in the midst. And then get mad when you start telling the truth about them too. So yeah, I'm not even going to go down
Yeah.
that rabbit hole I was finna go down with you on this panel, cause child. But you right about that. Hmm.
Yeah.
And it's some more of
So
them
the
coming
truth
up.
is the truth.
Closer you get to Christmas, closer to how we got about 2 weeks roughly for Christmas or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It will be seeing some more we'll see some more cons falling out the bushes before it's all over with, child.
And see,
Hmm.
my thing, my gift exchange, they pulled names and they cashed it out each other themselves. I ain't have nothing to do with no exchanging the money, but exchanging the money to the person whose name I pulled. Everybody
Right.
was on the line. They did their cash up to each other, and then once they
Hmm.
got their gift from the person whose name they pulled, the people in the
Hmm.
chat were allowed to put their uh uh cash apps in the chat, and they cashed out to those people in the chat, or they did a show
Right.
and cashed out to people who weren't in my chat, who they wanted to give
Right.
to.
But
It was their choice. I
right.
ain't had nothing to do with it. You know, understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And then
Your hand wasn't in
then
none of them. Right.
then that motherfucker, this heat, and that new chick
Mm,
chat rap talking about, oh, Ronnie
mm,
Q's running a scam before I did my thing. Ronnie Q's
mm.
running a scam. And then this heat, she needs somebody to help her with her fundraiser. I wasn't having a fundraiser. Just,
Oh,
just coming in thinking lying is the thing to do. You
just an
know,
idiot.
a motherfucker who closed down her page every 2 weeks. Now her page is back up.
Okay.
Told a lie and
Child.
said, uh, somebody said, I see your page is back up. Yeah, I shut my page down, but I talked to Google and I told them I wanted my page back. I went over there and looked at the page.
Mm,
Okay, you talked to Google after you shut your own page down and told them you wanted your page back. So they gave you your page back with 1.7 subscribers. So they gave you your page and your subscribers back. Oh, are we to believe that? Are we to play dumb, or are we to know
no,
that
that
you
means
put
she
your,
did delete
your
the
page
channel. She put
in
it in
incognito?
incognito. Right.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Like,
Yeah.
are we dumb here? I mean, the dumb games, like the lies, the bullshit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Come with something that's content and talking about me of all people scamming somebody. Well, my shit is like totally clean. Like the bullshit, But they see that people don't call
Child.
these motherfuckers on their lies. People don't
They
call
really
them on
don't.
their lies.
Nope.
And they're allowed to do whatever the
Nope.
fuck they want to do under the guise
Yep.
of giving back, or under the guise of you're on my team, on the guise of, and then like Pizarro and Bree emailing that chick talking about go live on top of Ronnie Q. And then she
Yeah,
goes
I
live,
know.
and they thinking they was
Yeah,
going to drain my chat. And then she goes
yeah.
live. It didn't happen. I held my numbers, and then she had to turn her live off. But then they trying to make
Yeah.
it like I'm supposed to be boo boo the fool, and oh, it wasn't that.
Yes.
It
Like you,
wasn't that. I
girl.
saw what it was. I saw what it was, baby. Baby,
Ronnie,
I'm not
thank
new
you
to this.
so much.
I'm true to
Thank
this.
you so much. Thank you so much for acknowledging that you saw the play. And for
Like,
them to and just lie in your face and make it seem like you stupid, like they smarter than the
yeah,
average bird. That shit is
yeah,
very insulting. Don't insult my
yeah.
intelligence. Everybody
I'm
saw the
like,
play. Ain't nobody stupid around here. We can still be
yeah.
cool, but bitch, don't insult my intelligence.
Don't try it. Don't try it. Okay,
Don't
that's what you
try it.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did hear Pizarro said it happened earlier when he
Mm,
said, "Oh, you told me to go live," and Pizarro did say, "Oh, I said I meant earlier." Okay, that's what you said.
mm,
Yeah, you did say that. I see the play. I'm not
mm.
crazy, but it didn't work. The bottom line
Okay.
is she was
It didn't work.
unsuccessful. The bottom line is how did that work out for you? That's all I care about. Like,
Exactly.
get the fuck out of my face.
Exactly.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. That's not my game. My game is not to
Mhm.
uh try to uh take nobody's pages down and this, that,
Mhm.
and the other.
Mhm.
My
Mhm.
my thing is to give content that people want to hear, and that's it, and that's all.
Well, I told you the thing to do. The new thing to do is to gaslight people's pages these days. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
if you don't go along with the BS, the playing in of the face, the next thing they'll do is start gaslighting your channel. They'll start saying, "Well, she ain't got no content over there, or her content is boring, or you said this and that and the other. You better be glad I don't flag and all those types of subliminals. Trying to
Yeah,
keep people from your page and all of this and that. It's just nonsense. But
yeah,
hell, I just let them have it because whatever. People gonna click in if they want to click in, and if they don't want to click in, they're not gonna click in.
right.
But if you so gullible to let somebody, tell you where you can and cannot go, you probably don't need to be in my chat anyway. You know what I mean? Because we free thinkers over here. It's just like they be getting mad. I heard a conversation today. Where was it? I listened for a few minutes, but folks really be getting mad when they see like say I see you in my chat, right? But then I'll be in the clouds of somebody's chat, and I know they're gonna say something ill about me. Why would I come back to my channel and be upset with you? Cause you going where you want to go. Cause me and that other person is into it. What does it say about me? That means I'm trying to control the subscribers, right?
Correct.
You can't control nobody like that. And for the subscribe, but then we know for sure, Ronnie, that some of the subscribers really be going for that nonsense. That mean you a
Yeah, some
follower.
of them go, but
Yeah,
some of
that's
them don't want to
crazy.
get. Some of them just don't want to get blocked from that chat because they enjoy the chat. They enjoy the camaraderie that they have with people in the chat, this, that, and the other. So they won't
Right.
say anything because they don't want to get blocked because they enjoy the people in the chat. And then all of a
That's
sudden,
not
here come the
cool.
content creator, like, oh, I saw you over there. And then they'll block somebody and say
Mm,
the reason was I saw you over there, and then it gets into all of that. So people just don't say
girl.
anything because this chat gets them through the workday. This chat gets
Right.
them through something. They can fold their clothes while listening to the chat, type in every now and
Yeah.
then. Like, get the fuck,
Right.
let it
But don't
be.
they have enough sense enough to realize that even if you don't drop down, and you want to go to somebody else's channel, and even if you stay in the clouds, it is absolutely your right to do that. You know what I
Correct.
mean? But let me read you this. The Fifi's Piggy said, that's the fear factor to keep people from going elsewhere. That don't make no sense to me. Flo said, I agree with that. Flo says they are a kissing, which helps the CC be a bully. You are absolutely right about that, Flo. I talked about that with that big fat buffalo over there. A lot of them really don't like her, but they kiss her big wide lord ass. And that makes her feel like her big fat ass can bully somebody. They feel like they can do little slick stuff, like how they try to play with Ronnie. The stuff is just so absolutely disgusting to me. It's made me it's so lame around here. RonyiQ, that I'm supposed to start going back, just doing my other content. So I won't even have to listen to them hoes. You see what I'm saying? Because I do have other content.
Right.
Whether somebody might think it's boring or not, the other people won't. Well, one won't, one will. But what I ain't got to do is talk about them raggedy bitches. Do you hear me? Because it's
Right. And
absolutely
I'm
just
having
disgusting me at this point.
yeah, it's a bit much. The last couple of days, I've been busy with my hands, so I've been listening, and then I just turned on the radio because I just, I heard bits and pieces of what happened yesterday. I heard like 5 or 10 minutes of you, bits and pieces and stuff, and so I said I'm gonna go back today because I didn't even hear whatever went on because I was busy with my hands and I couldn't do all the clicking and stuff. But the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a special guest. I lined up a special guest. It's not a celebrity like V. Lenore, like I tell everybody. But see, it's a lot of lying and dangerous lies that go on here, and people caping for people who do dangerous things, and lies being put out about your physical, mental, emotional health that is very harmful going on out here, and people not calling people on their bullshit. You got I'm not going to go into it. Everybody know what it is. I'm going to have a special guest on next week. I'm going to put out a notification. I hope everybody join us to get down to some truth about some dangerous things, and you may be suffering from it. Somebody may be suffering from it, and I'm going to have somebody who works in the field that knows what they're talking about, who can bring you up. Because, see, a lot of times, if they don't like the content creator, they can't take the truth because it's coming from you. Okay. All right. So I'll remedy that.
But yeah. You know what, Ronnie? You're right about that. And I'm glad you done caught on to the BS as far as they even try. See, the reason why I said I'm glad you caught on to the BS is because they actually try to control people's content. Do you see what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
some people are so stupid they can't talk about nothing but beef, right? Now somebody like you or
Right.
me and several other people can talk about things besides beef, but those that think they running something right now, they have to keep it really,
Mm-hmm.
really lowbrow because number one, they
Mm-hmm.
can't do anything else, and number two, they don't understand anything else. They simply do not get it. Do you see what I'm saying? Flo said, "Will you be doing call-ins, Ronnie Q?" Flo, Ronnie
Yeah.
Q, drop the
Somebody.
link.
Yeah, I'll drop the link, but somebody did also suggest call-ins because there are people who they brought it to my attention
Flo, you
that
want to
some
hit the
people don't
link?
like to click links. They brought it to my
Yeah,
attention that
yeah.
some
Some
people
people
don't like
don't
to
feel
hit links.
comfortable.
So
Well,
I'm
some
definitely
people
going to get a
don't feel
call-in
comfortable.
number.
Yeah, you get one of the free ones. What's the name
Yeah,
of that
free
that one?
conference call. It's called
Yeah,
free
free phone.
conference
Yep,
call.
yep,
Yeah,
yeah, that one.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely going to do
because
that.
some people don't even feel because of the fear factor that Fifi was talking about. They don't even feel comfortable clicking the link. Because they like to go in
Right.
other spaces. You know what I mean, and drop down in other spaces, but they don't want to be, beat down, and blocked and stuff because they might like your space too. But you don't have a thin skin. You cool with whatever space they go in. I know I am. But that other person might be so thin skinned that shoot they got a problem with it, so that some folks feel more comfortable calling in. That don't make no sense.
And like,
This is your own device. You don't have to be scared to use your own device. What kind of stuff is that?
and like Kenna said, in order to talk about other things, people have to read and understand
Okay,
what they are
Flo.
reading. They have to
Right,
comprehend. Yes. Mhm.
right. That's right, Kenna. Okay, Flo. But yeah, you're right about that. You have to be able to read and understand what it is that you're comprehending. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But now, like I said, I'm going to be changing my content up because, child, this at this point in time, Let me tell you something. I got so disgusted yesterday because me and number one, I don't have to have a whole panel full of people to drag somebody, right? I can drag you all by
Right.
myself. myself, number one, right? I don't need no backup. I don't need 10 or 12 people on a panel. I can do it all by myself, and I don't even have to drop a link. Do you see what I'm saying? And I don't need no
Mm-hmm.
battery in my back. If I feel like I want to drag it, I'm a freaking dragon. What you gonna do about it, right? So I'm over here doing my show, talking about the content that I want to talk about, mind you. Talking about the content that
Right.
I want to talk about. Well, come to find out, because people don't like the truth. See, they don't like the truth told on them. It don't matter if Billie Jean was dropping a video that she had did a few months ago, re-dropping it or not. The reason why she dropped it is because the conversation came back up again. Do you see what I'm saying? And that is absolutely her right, though, to
Exactly.
drop whatever type of content she want to, just like it's absolutely my right to come back over here and talk about whatever I want to talk about whenever I choose to talk about it. But people around here so weak and thin skinned that they feel like in their mind that they can dictate to another content creator what they should be talking about on their own channel.
And what is
I ain't
if it
never seen
was?
nothing like it.
I haven't. That's another one I have to catch. I haven't seen that, but that topic did come back up via somebody bringing it up on other people's channel. So it was
Right,
brought back up. Now the fact that it happened
right,
months ago, the information that has come of it, what happened 3 months ago, it's new information. So it's not
right,
like the
right,
information is 3 months old. No, it happened 3 months
right,
ago, but new information has been revealed. So I have to see what they're
right,
talking about. Like, and
right. So
that's
that's
Billie
why,
Jean's right. That's what
yes,
Billie Jean does.
yes,
Like
that's what
this
she do. And she
obsession
show
over.
receipts. Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
They,
Go ahead.
they got mad because she dropped the actual receipts. It's hard to lie. Um, when you got an actual receipt, when the people can see and read the actual receipt for themselves, it's hard to lie your way out of it. Do you see what I'm saying? So, of course, big fat Walla Walla Bear don't want the actual sheet, the receipts dropped. Do you see what I'm saying, of what went on? And the reason why it keep coming up is because it ain't done. You keep lying about it, and the girl is still hurt about it. But that is absolutely her right to be bring it up
Right.
anytime she want to, like it happened to her. Just like Nika got a problem with me. Every time I feel like I want to talk about, you gave that girl my number so that in order to for me to be doxxed, I can talk about it. I don't care if you talk about 5 years ago. You don't want me talking about it because you dirty. And that was a dirty thing to do to somebody that had never done nothing to you. I thought we was cool. Evidently, we wasn't cool. I didn't know that. People be getting blindsided. That girl, that TC girl, she felt like she was blindsided. That's why she was hurt by it. And so it's just, but like I said, they try to dictate the actual content. Flo said, I fuck with the mommy sister, and
Kind to
sometimes
me
I chime
said
in
that
on
some.
the, but yeah, somebody doesn't. Go ahead on. No, go ahead. I'm done.
I was reading kind to me. She was asking did something else come out. Obviously, it did. If you go to Billie Jean with the Moves, she did another State of the Beef sector. Like I said, I
Hmm.
haven't seen it yet because I've been busy. But you check that out. So that is what they're talking about that happened months ago, and as if it's nothing new, but it is new information in that video from what I've been
Right.
reading on Lipstick Alley
Exactly.
and the reaction
Hmm.
from the principals.
Hmm. Yeah, but see, the thing is, things are starting to make sense because what happened was, from the reason why Billy dropped the receipts again is because Dazzle got into it with TC, right? And because Dazzle got into it with TC, that conversation about how Brianna had snaked TC came up again, and so that's why Billie Jean dropped the video again, because the actual receipts are still in the video. But the thing about it is, the actual receipts make more sense now, since all this stuff that
Right.
Dazzle and PC came out and said this time. That's why the girl dropped the video again. They want to act like they stupid and trying to gaslight her video. Got pissed off at me because I put the video on my community wall because people in my chat was saying, "Hey, we can't find Billie Jean's channel." So I was like, "Well, I put the video on the community wall so that you can find. It's hard to find a channel because sometimes you hide a channel, sometimes you don't. You know what I mean? Thank you, Flo. Look what Flo said.
Hi, Miss
Sometimes you
Rosie
can find
X.
a channel. Yeah, hey Miss Rod. And sometimes you can't. So I put the video on my community wall, honey. That must have been a last straw, because that big fat I can't breathe bull was over there huffing and puffing. I thought she was gonna blow Nika's whole house down. And then Nika, with her weak ass, want to chime in and say a few words with the rah rah. I'm thinking, am I supposed to be moved? And that's what made me came back. So I get offline. Uh, yes, she did. I put it on my community wall, Miss Wild. Go over there, and you could just click on it. It won't even be hard for you to find her channel, because I clicked the video on her. I put the video on my wall because people were saying that they couldn't find the video, and so yeah.
And I
Mm-hmm.
heard you also suggest if it's on her wall, that's the best place to go. But if you also
Mm-hmm.
can't find it, I typed in Billie Jean beef sector and it came right up as well. So
Right.
in the
Yep. Billie
future.
Jean. Yep. Billie Jean beef sector. They were saying type in Billie Jean. Billie Jean beef sector. And
And
also Billie
she
Jean beef
spells it
sector
B I
something.
and she spells it Billie, not Billy. Billie.
IE, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, like either type in that, or just go to my community wall and click on the video, and it'll lead you to the channel. Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like I
but
said, I haven't heard her video, and I heard a little bit of Bree's response, and I heard her say, "But the real tea is Billie Jean. Tell them why you're not talking to Dazzle no more." And I'm like, that's deflection
it's
because,
deflection.
yeah,
Exactly.
I, yeah.
Exactly.
So she didn't say much about what was the content
Mm-hmm.
of what was exposed, other than it was old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Other than
So
it was old. Yep.
yeah, so
That's how she move.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
be
that's how
me.
she move.
It's other
Yeah, just
things I
do
want to
you.
talk about. I definitely don't
Mm-hmm.
want to sit up here and be talking about why somebody sent nude pictures and is this the nude picture and I saw the nude picture. I mean, how lowbrow are we? Are we talking about nudes and that is not her and that is her and that what? I, what?
You know what's
Who
lowbrow to me,
cares?
Ronnie Q? You know what's lowbrow to me? And I be quite disgusted by it. They get to talking about people. Okay, so you're saying you're rah, 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 right? Why do they get to talking about people's intimate body parts? What is that about? Like we ain't
Child.
even never seen each other in our lives, but you're talking about my intimate body part? I'm like, ew, you're absolutely disgusting. I'm like, and then why did you
Yeah.
focus on another woman's intimate body part to the point to where you gotta like imagine what it's like down there? I'm thinking, just it's a no for me. It's a no for
Yeah,
me.
it's a bit much. Yeah, I mean, like, I was like last night. I was like ironing. I'm making some Christmas stockings. That's what I'm doing.
Oh,
And
cool.
I was ironing my interface into the fabric, and I just heard a clip of this. Oh, it's not me. And and I used to send pictures out, but that picture, I'm like, oh God, I'm done. Please, I'm done. Like, oh my God, it's just and the whole panel of, oh, that is you. Oh, no, no, that's not you. Well, that was the same thing when y'all was saying, oh yeah, she's in rehab. I talk to her every day to find out the bitch didn't do 15-minute stints in the rehab. So are we supposed to take you guys' word to be credible? You guys would say anything to continue this story of stupidity with this
Yes.
active meth user. Active.
Yes. Oh my God, right? And you talking about the MU chick. Oh girl. Oh girl. Mm-mm. That don't make no
We
sense.
got a incoherent sweating worse than Whitney Houston in the bathroom. Can't complete one coherent thought person up on here, going from thought to thought to thought to thought, and answering y'all phone calls to tell her to straighten her hair or to sit up or to go get some water, all this shit. Like, I cannot. So I have totally dropped out of this dumb shit. If something is dangerous, if I have something to add to it, I don't need to talk about anybody in specifics. Okay, if you guys want to present that, okay, I'm going to present something that I feel that is safe for the people who watch my channel. That's all I'm presenting.
I know that's right. And then why they put so much focus on that drug addict? But like you said, to
Money,
keep the story going. But do you
in my
see how
opinion.
remedial the content do you see how remedial, how bottom line base level that they have to keep the content though? So
Yeah,
in order, I mean, why is anybody even still talking about this drug addict after
money.
all this
They
time?
they
But
getting
and
if you
moreover, why
continue
are the
to talk,
subscribers? But why are the subscribers still interested in the conversation? Why they not telling them to
they
move it
caught
right?
they're
But we
caught
not.
they're caught up in the
Go ahead.
web that they're spinning, that the content creator is spinning. They're caught up in the web of the story, the
Mm.
storyline. They're caught up in the web of the storyline. But that's okay. They can do them, and I can definitely do me, and that's not me. I'm tired. I'm done.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you know
I'm
what I mean.
tired.
I mean, okay. It first came out,
I'm
might
tired.
have been
Go
interesting
ahead.
for about a week, but after the while, moving right along, it's a drug addict. Who cares?
Yeah,
That's just the way I see it. You know,
but
I think she can. Oh, Jean Grace said
Demetria,
I think she cash out them. You see
but
that?
Demetria, yeah, but Demetria,
Uh-huh.
who's doing well, who you can totally see how her whole life attitude, mindset, uh, thought process, everything has changed so drastically. They want to curse her out, him, her, not promote her, all this type of stuff. Like the people who are putting out good energy, good messages, uh, good content, and all this stuff, and something that like a helpful word that may help you get through the day. They him, and her, and like you know want to fight with her.
That don't make
But
no sense. I don't
somebody
even.
who,
That
but
girl doing
somebody,
so good.
some
I actually even came back to YouTube.
but allegedly somebody who has sent their nude pictures to somebody you're interested in,
Mm.
you don't have no fire for them. You just have to sit back and be quiet. And I go, but you fight with Demetria, why? You cussing out Demetria, why? But you don't have no words for somebody who sent their nude pics to a man that they knew you were interested in intimately, but you just gotta sit back and be quiet on that bitch. I'm done. I uh I don't play dumb. I do not play dumb. I just don't.
That's my issue, and I'm not finna start. You know what I mean? And if you consider my content boring because I don't want to talk about the nude pics and the crackhead and the whatever, honey, it's just gonna have to be boring because child, no, it's a no for me.
Yeah, so God bless them and what they doing. If it's working for them, let it keep on working. I got other things. The beef sector has never been about that type of content, and it has devolved into that type of
Yes.
just dumbness, and I'm not with it. I'm still gonna fight.
It's
I'm
devolved.
I'm, I'm still gonna
Yeah,
beef,
I'm still
but
fighting.
not about no dumb
Right.
stuff.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because if you get to looking at it sometime, and it be so stupid. Even if you ain't beefing, because I just come on and I say what I got to say. I don't beef no more. I would just say what I got to say. I cut your ass out. Now moving right along. I say what I got to say. But
Yeah.
it gets so stupid sometimes, and you slip up and watch it. You be like, what the hell? Yo, it get on your nerves so much to where you be like, let me hit the live button, because
Mm-hmm.
I know I just didn't hear this. You know what I mean? Child, it's ridiculous. But I feel you. It's
Okay,
ridiculous.
Miss. Okay, Miss Olivia. I just got on the chit chat, and I don't have no energy for this this whole idiotic shit. No, I just don't. I don't
I
enjoy
don't
it,
either.
and I'm not
It's no
participating.
fun no more. In general, at the end of the day, it's no fun anymore.
Mm-mm.
It's not even fun to talk about them after a while. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I just that's why I was like, in order for me to keep doing videos, And I got my subscribers over here, and I'm going to keep doing videos for my subscribers. And if you are truly my subscriber and you truly follow me, you won't mind me not talking about them fools all the time. Because that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, girl. And then they so weird to where they go to hollering, you trying to get clicks and views out for me. I'm thinking, well, I don't need no clicking. You do you know who you ain't nobody. You ain't nobody.
And like Lady Nika and I, we done squashed our beef. I don't have no beef with Lady Nika anymore and stuff. Bree and
Hmm.
I, we just let our shit go, just like you and I. We just let it go. It wasn't no big apologies. I was wrong. You was wrong. I feel like you. I was no. We just let it go and shit. Like,
But
but just because we let it go, don't think I'm gonna call you on your bullshit that I see if it's done to me. You see
right.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly.
So
That's the whole issue. You know what I mean? Don't think that I'm going to that's the whole issue, trying to silence somebody. That's the issue that I got. I don't like the silencing of people and the gaslighting of people, because what does it say about you that you are so insecure, not only as a human being but also as a content creator, that you got to try to silence somebody or gaslight them into silence? Or it's just weird.
yeah, if we're
I
gonna
don't
beef, let's beef
respect it.
about something that's real. Let's beef on some real
Right.
stuff. Oh, don't beef on these old phony ass storylines just to keep traction going to
Yes.
your channel about some fake ass dumb shit. You know?
Over and over again.
Yeah.
The
We,
same stuff.
yeah.
Not even nothing new. It's just like the same story over and over again. And the story is so ignorant at the beginning, like, well, I don't understand how they still talking about that meth head. I don't get it.
And
Why they still entertaining it?
it is so much going on in the world right now. And it's just like
Mm-hmm.
some people don't even know what's going on in the
They
world
don't even look at
around
the
them.
news. Girl, they don't even
Yeah.
look at the news. It's the reason why they say black folks, if it was going to be a nuclear attack or something, black people would be the last to know.
Hmm.
Because they don't even look at the news. Hey, NYW, hey, have some crowds over her. Because they don't
It
look
is
at the
so much to
news.
talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Hey,
Brittany Griner, you know.
yeah, me and Pizarro, we were having a discussion the other day, and she had her views about not voting and this, that, and the other, and I was telling her, well, why it's important to vote, and she was poo pooing my things, and I was like, well, because you don't vote, you're not voting on the DAs who are giving people light charges. Because you don't vote, they're taking this, like this last election, you could have voted in your school board members who want to take out books about the real history of slaves and put in 4 pages to cover the whole slavery thing in your state, the state of Florida. They have four slides to discuss the whole thing of slavery, and they call them involuntary immigrants. So that's what happened in your state. So it was like a conversation like that. And then Brooke Valentine had the nerves to come up and say, well, it doesn't matter because they took Roe versus Wade away and we voted in the Supreme Court. And I was like, Brooke, we do not vote in the Supreme Court. Yes, we do. We do vote. I was like, Brooke, if you do not know civics, please do not come up here trying to tell me about the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court members are nominated by the president, the sitting president. I said, I'm not arguing with you. I am not arguing with you.
Ronnie, no, she didn't say that.
Girl, that girl,
Oh my God.
and
See, that's what.
and thought
Mm.
I thought she was gonna argue with me. I was like, I'm not gonna argue. No, I'm not arguing about that. Let's just, and then I said, but you do
Oh
have a good point
God.
about the Supreme Court taking Roe versus Wade away, and
Mm-hmm.
I voiced my ideas on why they took it away. So I just left that alone, and talked about what I thought about them, the reason they took it away. So I just kept it moving.
No, she did. See, I mean, this be whole grown people, 30, 40 years old, and you still don't know how the government works?
That's what I told her. I said, you need to
But
take a civics class and learn how your government works.
did she sleep through civics class in high school? Like, what happened?
And it's the same. It's just the same thing. They don't.
Girl.
The teachers, the education system is not concentrated on teaching these people things that are important anymore. They're studying for standardized tests. Everything is about these standardized tests. And like people come out of high school, they don't even know how to take care of themselves as a human being. When they come out of high school, there are no jobs
Mm-hmm.
for them. Most
Yeah.
young people are staying at home or with family members, couch
Yeah.
surfing because their parents throw them out at a certain age, or because
Mm.
they grown, want to do grown things under their mama house and their mama not having it. So
Mm-mm.
I think that and so they don't know how to take care of themselves. There's no jobs out here for them to take care of themselves, right? Well, it is jobs, but you need training. Nobody is there to train them. They need the plumbing field and the electrician
Yes.
field.
Yes. They,
They
they
are
took all of that even out of high school. And then
woodworking.
they,
Yeah.
implemented that no child left behind. They just dumbed down a whole
Uh-huh.
generation of people. So I agree with you on that.
Home home economics. They taught you how
Mm-hmm.
to budget, how to buy
Yes.
food, how to budget, how to
Yes.
prepare leftovers where you can eat off a chicken for a whole week for the
Right.
price, and all these important things to being
Yes.
a self-caring adult individuals. And they don't know how important it is. They even took sex
Yes.
education out of the class. I heard this one college student. She said she was describing a friend of his who was about to get married, and he didn't know that you couldn't get your wife pregnant through anal penetration. He thought that a
What?
woman, yeah, and he was in college, his first year of college, because they have no sex education in school. I remember we had sex education in the sixth grade where they taught you about your fallopian tubes, about your uterus, and how the egg travels, and all of this stuff. They don't teach this. And you got kids in college who don't know how their own human bodies work.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a scary situation. And if you leave um your child's total education to the school system, they're gonna come out not knowing anything. So yeah, you
Yeah.
make absolutely a good point. Flo said they don't offer. Oh, I didn't even know it. They don't offer civics anymore. LOL, they call it economics. Okay. Wow.
And like they say sex education as if they're teaching the kids how to do different positions in the classroom and all this type of stuff. Sex education is about the inner workings of your body and reproduction. So it's not so when you say, oh, they don't teach sex education, some old Christian uptight person is like, oh, I don't want my kid learning about sex education. Like they're teaching you how to do a blowjob in the class or something like that. I'm like, get out of here.
Oh my God, just ignorant. I mean, in some people, you know, um, they actually had these classes in school, but they was too
Mm-hmm.
grown and they didn't pay attention. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
when you don't pay attention and you're being willfully ignorant, which we see a lot of that right here on YouTube, like you can tell some of the people that don't know a darn thing were willfully ignorant. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
by the way that they speak, don't even have enough sense to go try to find the app. You know, just basic whatever. Don't have
Right.
sense. Don't even have. I just it's like not even wondering about things, not to even want to know the basics of when it comes to this country and the government. Like you lived in this country and you
You
don't
see,
know you didn't know that you didn't elect in we the people don't elect in Supreme Court justices.
right.
You didn't even know that.
You see what NYW wrote, sex education now is conversion
Right.
therapy. Now nothing is normal. You know,
Yeah, she's
you know
right about
about
that. I was
right.
thinking that, and I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
want to bring it up, but it's done turned into a whole different subject matter. Not what you was talking about, the fallopian tubes, the inner workings of the
Right.
body. How do you
Right.
get pregnant? The inner workings of that. No, it's just a
Mm-hmm.
whole different thing now, child. A whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Whole different
Yeah.
conversation. My God.
So I think that and the thing is they have dummied the society down so much. Our so-called education system has dummied the American society down so much that it's really shameful and it's really embarrassing. And as opposed to other wealthy, well-developed nations, it's just really sad. And the reason I think they do it is to keep the population under control, to keep you down, so you won't look up and see who's really causing the bad situation that America is in, who's really uh, getting wealthy, living good lives, while the middle class has totally been abolished, has been just wiped clean. It's just sad. Like they
You're
said,
absolutely right.
they
It's an agenda. It's a whole agenda,
uh-huh.
and you're absolutely and I
It's
absolutely agree
agenda.
with you. They're dumbing down,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, a whole generation of people dumbing down, um, hard what used to be middle class Americans, socioeconomically, depressed Americans, the working poor Americans.
Mm-hmm.
They want to dumb this group of people down so that you won't know that you are really being herded into a new world order. Do you see what I'm saying? Because they
Uh,
don't want
yes,
democracy anymore in this country. They don't want democracy around the world anymore. This small group of elites that really run this world, the most powerful and
correct.
wealthiest people. The only thing, when you have access to being able to get anything you want in the world, when you are so rich that you can even afford to buy a seat on a rocket ship that can take you to circle the planet, like we're already seeing that,
Or,
right?
or
When you
you
can
can
do,
build
when you
a
got so
rocket
much
that takes
money,
you,
or you can build a
or you
rocket.
can
We saw
build
that
a
too.
rocket to take you. Uh-huh. Like
Yeah, when
Elon
you
Musk.
have access
But
to all of that,
not
the
not
only
Elon
thing
Musk,
left to
the
control
other
is
guy.
people. The only thing left to
It wasn't
control is
Elon Musk.
people.
Yeah,
It was
it
the
wasn't
the
Elon
what
Musk.
you
It
call
was
it guy.
the Amazon
It was
guy.
the Amazon
Yeah.
guy, Jeff Bezos.
Mhm. Yeah. Jeff Bezos. Hmm.
Bezos. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the only thing left for you to control, you've conquered everything else. The only thing left for you to do is control people. Is to control human beings. It's just like, have you ever seen those movies? It was a three or four of them. It was a franchise. It was called Hostel. They would kidnap these
The hotel,
people.
when they go to the hotel and they
Hmm.
mutilate them and steal it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Yeah,
saw
and
one of them.
they make them run for their life, and they would make turn like how you hunting big game in Africa, right? They're hunting human
Right.
beings and stuff like that. They make those movies because they know that those types of things actually go on, and that's what I meant by these elites. They are so bored. You got everything at your access. The only thing you can't control is a whole population of people, and so that is what they're wanting to do now. That is the reason why old crazy ass Bill Gates wanted to block out the sun, and he's buying up all of this land, not only in this country, but several other countries, because he wants to be able to control the food source. He wants to be able to control how you get your
Right.
food, and then he's into eugenics. He's into that blood
And
research, just a whole lot of weird stuff.
E- Elon Musk over Tesla. He's into the eugenics thing too. In
Yeah.
last year was the first year that the United States living age has dropped over 1.2
Mhm.
years,
Mhm.
while every other
Mhm.
advanced country age gap
Mhm.
was already higher than ours, and also increased. Our estimated living time in the United States dropped for the first time in I forget how many years, over 60 years or something like that. And meanwhile, you have all these billionaire hedge fund company people are investing in Silicon Valley. They used to be investing in how to uh, make the age gap longer in the United States. Now, Silicon Valley is investing in making the perfect genetics, the perfect DNA that would yield the perfect specimen, human specimen, and being able to control. Well, they are able to control that now because they call them designer babies, where you can go in and take out any unhealthy chromosomes that you or your mate may have. You can determine if your child is going to be a boy or a girl. You can determine what color eyes that your baby have by adjusting these chromosomes. But now they're doing it on a larger scale over in Silicon Valley. That's what they're working on. And Jeff Bezos and a whole lot of billionaire hedge fund people are pushing it. And if you listen to Joe Rogan on the Joe Rogan Experience, which I don't, he's one of the people who is also putting it out here or to the masses because he has a big platform and they're paying him. He has $100 million contract, and these are the things that they're putting out to the masses of uneducated people who have been uneducated through the tearing down of the American education system. So this is what people are hearing on a large scale, who are uneducated and just sheep and just take up things that they hear other people say, who are being paid millions of dollars to tell you these things. It's just disgusting.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And then they're doing it because when it comes to the DNA, um, it even says in the Bible that the first human born without a soul um is another seal that would be broken when it comes to in the book of Revelation, right? When it comes to um uh one of the things that's bring on the apocalypse, right? And
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
don't know if you ever heard of the CERN project, the CERN project, that's over there in the Netherlands, or somewhere like uh, Norway, Switzerland. Over there, they got this project called CERN, and what CERN is doing, they built the machine, and they're trying to tear a rift between dimensions, right? And they're trying to tear a rift between, and they're calling it a rift between time and space, right? Because we know that there is a type of invisible shield um that is between time and space or dimensions, right? I'm gonna call it dimensions, right? Because that's what I call it. Or you can say time and space, right? There's a show that used to come out, and they had the machine. It was called Stargate '89. Do you remember that show?
Yeah, I do remember that.
It was called
I didn't
Stargate. Yeah, but
watch it,
anyway,
but I remember that.
yeah. It was they had a machine, and you could go from dimension to dimension using that machine, right? So anyway, they actually built this machine, and so of course they haven't done it yet. But if you are trying to, because they say they want to find what they're calling the God complex, they're wanting to find they technology is well. Hold on a minute, Ronnie. Q, talk for a second.
Yeah, so yeah, it's very interesting the things that they're really putting money to and concentrating their efforts to. But like things like paying a living wage, there's no state in the United States where a family can rent an apartment if they're making the federal minimum wage. But when everything was closed down for COVID, then they used to start seeing fast food companies paying 16, 20, $18 an hour. When they were asking for a hike in the minimum wage, they told you, "Oh, we can't do that. If we pay people a living wage, then everything is going to increase and this, that, and the other." Yeah, you can pay a minimum wage, and it was proven you could pay a minimum wage when you had to close down your companies and stuff because wasn't nobody working because they were getting more in federal funds to stay home than they were going in risking getting COVID. So like Tupac said, they got money for wars but can't feed the poor. When the war in Ukraine started, they didn't blink, they didn't ask for any approval. They sent all that money over to Ukraine, weapons, money to Ukraine, but every year the Republicans is talking about cutting Social Security to disabled and elderly people who are paid into Social Security, and they constantly call Social Security a handout or an entitlement. Well, if you paid money into it, you should be entitled to it. But in the meantime, these rich corporations, they don't call all their tax breaks a handout and entitlements, but that's exactly what they are. If they tax corporations and businesses that the way that they tax the regular normal people, it wouldn't be any question if Social Security could be solvent, because it could be, but they're not. But they keep cutting taxes on the rich people, so there's less in the pot to pay for Social Security. The Republicans have an agenda right now that they're trying to push forward, that you will be reviewed every 5 years about your approval to be in Social Security. So you're 70 right now, and when you get 75, you may get cut off of Social Security upon their review of Social Security. If you're 75 in 5 years, in 80, you got to go off for review again. Just uncertainty for the fucking most vulnerable people in the United States. But these are their ideas. So it's really pathetic. But they don't respect teachers anymore. They don't want to pay them enough to live in the inner city cities. That's right. But they want them to work in the inner city cities. But it's just really a mess. They really don't respect teachers. The number of African Americans who are educators and go along with the things in order to get high paying administrative jobs. Yes, there was a story about a teacher who, oh, he was a white teacher. He was teaching African American studies, and he was in there saying the word nigger. And when the class told them that he shouldn't use it and they were uncomfortable, and he said, "Well, I'm using it in an educational term, so don't I'm not gonna listen to this." And he continued to use the word. The school board found out about it. They did nothing to him until 28 days later, when the local Kansas City, I think it's in Kansas City, yeah, Kansas City, Missouri, until the newspaper found out, and then they put the teacher on administrative leave. And then they had a statement saying it was a personal matter and they couldn't talk to the press about it, when in fact it was a personnel matter. It wasn't a personal matter. They did nothing to extend any type of apologies to the students who were offended by it, who told the teacher they were offended by it, and he continued to use the word. And guess who was the principal of the school? A black man who said nothing about the inappropriateness of what that teacher had done. And then when the story got bigger and it went to a town hall, that's when they pulled the teacher from the classroom and took his pay away while he's on administrative leave. But up until this date, this teacher has not been fired, and you got to wonder, why is a non-black teacher teaching African American studies when it's obvious he has biases, implicit or explicit. He has biases, and thought it was okay to use the word nigger because he hears it in rap songs. So it's just a whole lot of, it's just a lot. And
You're
if you're
right
not
about that, Ron. It
engaged,
did make it so bad. A lot of
if
these
you're not,
young people, I'm sorry, I just want to let you know I'm back, but a lot of younger black people, they don't even see nothing wrong with non-black people. I'm gonna say it that way, saying the N word. Don't you know they don't see nothing wrong
girl,
with it? You
nothing,
see how how
nothing.
stupid they act in this sector alone?
Yeah,
It's beyond me. I don't even understand. I'm like, uh-uh, girl, I can't. Just real stupid. Just let folks treat you any kind of way. That's one thing that really bothers me. That's another thing I'm sick of looking at over here. And then it's not even just young people either. It's some older people too that don't even mind.
yeah.
You don't even realize that these people are insulting you. Like when they go over there and they ask that clear racist for help, to get some info on your own damn people. You know what I mean? I can be arguing with everybody in the damn sector. Do you hear me? But I would not. Number one, I don't want to know your personal business. But number two, if I felt like I had to have it, I absolutely wouldn't go to to a interloper to get it. I mean, like what? Like it makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, but okay. But all right. Now then it goes so hard that they defend themselves. Let me give you an example. I was talking about what was I talking about the other day? I did a video about it. Something happened. Oh, that chick. What is her name? Uh, the country white trash chick. Diving for death or something like that, right? I was talking
Oh
about her.
yeah.
Then I got a message in my box from a black woman actually defending this clearly racist heifer, right? Telling my son, well, they call her anything they want. Black people call her anything they want to call her. Why can't she call them back what she want to call? I mean, why can't she call them what she want to call them? Girl, I didn't even respond to the comment. I just deleted it. I
Mm-hmm.
just deleted it. And this woman is in her 40s that sent me that comment. Why are you defending this racist heifer? Don't you know when she say the N word, she talking about you too,
Exactly.
and you defending her? I was like, wow. Wow, that's a lack of knowledge, in my opinion. A lack of knowledge, and a whole bunch of stuff that I see, like what the whole thing you was just talking about. A lack of knowledge when it comes to some of these kids, some of these teachers. It's just unfortunate. The whole thing is just sad to look at. You know what I mean? It's just sad to watch. Hey, Billy Jean, how you doing? The whole thing
Now
is just sad to watch.
I got a whole 3 paragraph reply. I just my phone just gave me a notification from this heat. A whole three
Girl,
paragraph
stop.
reply about you stop talking about me and I can retrieve my page. It's on YouTube and this, that, and the other. Bitch, you fucking put your page on incognito. You lied and said that you close your page. Get the fuck out of my face. And I talk about whatever the fuck I please whenever the fuck
Girl,
I please.
that
That
thing must have
includes
been up
you,
in there. That's
punk
another
bitch.
interloper. So the interloper was in the clouds.
Hey, Billie Jean. Yeah, and give me 3 or 4 paragraphs, bitch. Talking about don't talk about her, bitch. I talk about whatever the fuck I please to talk about,
Well, you know that
and
thing is
who's gonna
incestuous,
stop me?
right?
Exactly. She's obsessed. She's just like a motherfucking uh fucking case of herpes and shit. She always popping out
Uh,
and shit.
you got damn right.
Always
Always popping
popping
out.
up
It's just
and going
weird.
away. Popping up and going away. You think
But you
she's
know that's
gone,
mental
but
illness.
then
There's
she
something wrong
pop
with
right
that
back
thing.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
this
then
bitch is crazy.
them dummies brought her over here, and you know they make her feel empowered. You know, you can call a big fat bitch a feeder and still live on these streets these days. Okay, you can tell a motherfucker that
Who
you
does that?
Pakistani and black or whatever the fuck she said she was, and still live on these streets these days. I'm like, are y'all okay? But then
You
you get that same
you
big
can
fat
tell
feeder
a bit,
bitch gonna give a rah to me, but you ain't addressing that bitch over there for saying that your man is a feeder. Don't
and
you
you
realize
can
she's talking
tell a
about you
motherfucker.
too?
But she was talking directly about her when she said it. She was talking
No,
directly about her.
she
She wasn't
told
talking
her.
about other
No,
people.
no.
No,
RonyiQ, she said, I didn't mean it that way. Bitch, what other way can you mean it?
there is no other way to mean it. And then
I didn't mean it that
who can
way.
sit up here who can sit up here and listen to somebody from Los Angeles where so many people speak Spanish? Spanish is everywhere. Who
Mm-hmm.
can sit up here and listen to a bitch say she speaks 5 languages? She can't call these 5 languages. And then when she finally called out 5 languages, there's some obscure take on the Pakistani language, but she can't recall any of these languages on the spot to repeat them again. I said it on so and so's channel because you can't remember what you said on so and so channel, so you won't repeat the 5 languages that you learned. But let's say you speak 5 languages. You live in Los Angeles. At no time did she say she speaks Spanish. Spanish is expected to be the largest language in the United States
You know why
in
she didn't
like
say
by
that?
19,
You know why she didn't say that?
2035.
You know why she didn't say
Because
that?
she
Because that's what
why?
she is. That's why she get on here and speak derogatory about black people. I put a post on my community wall about how there could be, there are dark skin like Latinos and Hispanics and people like that. I did that heifer ain't no Pakistani and black, and you ain't mixed with black at all, bitch. The way you come on
Exactly.
here talking about black, speaking derogatorily to black people. Your ass ain't nothing but a Hispanic or a Mexican or Latino, whatever you call them people. That's what that thing is. Because see, they don't like black people either.
Exactly.
Okay,
So who's gonna go?
child,
Who's gonna live in Los Angeles and go to study
and not
one,
speak.
two to
Yeah,
three, four, five languages, and
right,
Spanish
but
not be
not
one of them?
Spanish. Right,
And
right.
you're trying to present yourself as an intelligent motherfucker. When Spanish is
Uh
gonna be one of the and in Los Angeles, Spanish is one of the largest languages. But you gonna go learn some bullshit that don't nobody speak. That when they come to the United
right,
States, they gotta learn to speak English because don't nobody in the United States speak that shit. And you gonna go study five
thank you.
languages, living in Los Angeles,
Mhm,
and you don't think to study
mhm,
Spanish. So who's the
mhm.
dumb bitch? Who
Like you
is the
said,
dumb bitch?
the math ain't mathing. The math
Get the
ain't
fuck out of
mathing.
my
Just a
face.
whole pack of lies, just lies.
And what?
But I don't know. I don't know what kind of affinity they got to that thing over there. But I seen
Uh-huh.
through the lies at first. I don't pay no attention to it. It is what it is. But if they want to say, I just want to know why big fat Brianna let that bitch say she a feeder, call her man a feeder, and she gonna say she don't mean it like that. The bitch still ain't gave her no smoke for it. But you got all the smoke in the world for me. But you let this bitch say your man
Child.
was a feeder and then say, I didn't mean it that way. I was like, wow, wow, wow. That's why I don't respect you, girl. I take her for a
And Jay
joke. I
Wilson.
can't take her
And Jay
seriously.
Wilson. And Jay Wilson says, "Oh, I like this heat. She has good commentary. What
Yeah,
commentary
because she
does she
paid you
have?
money.
What
Mm-hmm.
commentary
None.
she got? What's good
She
about her
got a
commentary?
pocketbook.
She she
Nothing.
says
She got a
nothing
pocketbook.
intelligent, nothing intelligent.
Nothing.
Just talking
That
about
shit
people, making
crazy.
up lies, just a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
lies that she pulled out of her ass, and that she
Mm-hmm.
has no factual knowledge about anybody,
Yep.
anything that comes on the YouTube. So she pull out a lie
Yep.
and say, "Oh, you're broke. You're living
Mm-hmm.
in poverty. You're poor. You live here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know
Mm-hmm.
anything about anybody."
Mm-hmm.
So you, I like this Heat's commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Good child. These motherfuckers are
Yeah.
just dumb.
And
But like I
then
said,
just like I said, I guess she another payola queen. You know what I mean? She'll pay to
that
play or whatever. And because
that's
people
another.
have no integrity at all, they'll deal with it for the cash.
That's another. They see now. That's another one. Please do not at RonyiQ anymore in your bullshit. I talk about whatever I want. Comment. That's it. Why you at me,
Exactly.
bitch? I'm not your friend. I'm not your cohort. Bitch. Don't be at me in no
We
dumb
don't.
shit. Talking about. I say what the fuck I want to say. These
Yeah, she don't
motherfuckers
like
I
to be
love and
questioned on nothing. She
yeah,
don't
don't
like
add me
to
shit.
be
If you
questioned on
if
nothing. Right.
next if you want to add me again, add me in one of them five languages you speak, bitch. Add me in that.
Okay.
That's how you add me.
What you
And
said,
one of
Roddy?
these five obscure languages you speak. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Add me in one of those five languages you speak. Next time you add me, anytime you add me in one of those five foreign languages you speak. Then then I'll be impressed. I really won't be because I know she just Google a sentence and have it translated and then copy and paste it.
Just plumb ignorant. I tell you that that's the stuff that be killing me around here. They don't have no pride about themselves. Zero pride is going on, and you can tell they used to normalize dysfunction and certain types of abuse, and they just ignorant and remedial as hell because you don't have sense enough to know when somebody is insulting your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You are ignorant, and it is annoying to me.
And
I don't deal with ignorance well.
yeah, and she has so
Mm-mm.
much heat for you because you and Brianna don't get along, and she Miss Olivia this, Miss Olivia that, Miss Olivia this, Miss Olivia that.
Guess
Like
why she don't like me? She don't like
What
me.
the fuck happened?
Because I called her out on the bull crap immediately. She had something happened. She was somewhere else, and I was it was she was into it with I think Jay Dunn, and I had the
Oh, okay.
conversation about the chick. Right? She dropped down in my chat the next day, and and she hit
Mm-hmm.
the link, and I was questioning her. Right? So ever since then,
Oh,
I'm not respected. Like I came on here asking for respect. I'm fake. I'm this, that, and the other because I told the truth about you, and you don't like to be questioned. But if you had been around here for years, like you say you was, then you know how I am. You know I'm gonna question you. You know I'm gonna look at you sideways. You just drop it down. You clearly don't know what the hell you talking about, and you muddling through. You
mm-hmm.
know, and you should have stayed the hell
Mm-hmm.
away from me. Why would you do that? Why would you think you can hit my link and it's gonna be a cozy spot for your stupid ass? And you can't piss crazy, bitch. No, I don't trust you. And I don't give a damn about what you did on your community wall and right. If you knew me, if you had been around here for 3 years, then you would know that about me. So you make yourself
Right.
look stupid. It don't make sense to
So
me. Like I said, I don't
how
do
did it
stupid well.
end? How did it
Between
end?
me
I
and
didn't
her,
see that. Yeah, how did the
um,
her hopping on your
Jay
panel
Dunn.
end? Did it end well?
She got angry because it's not like Jay Dunn, clicked the link. She wanted to join the panel, and did she? I guess she thought that she was special, and I wasn't gonna let Jay Dunn hit the panel or whatever. Cause she was up there, I'm thinking, girl, you clearly, once again, you don't know me. I used to do Thunderdomes for God's sake. Why? And then Jay Dunn been around here long before you, so why would I not let Jay Dunn hit the link? Like it don't make sense to me. But
So
you special.
she asked you to not let Jay Dunn up on your link.
Yeah, she don't want. She said she don't want to talk to Jay Dunn. hmm
Oh,
like she
okay.
can run my channel.
Like okay,
like she can
you
run my channel.
she didn't have she didn't have to talk to Jay Dunn because Jay Dunn was on your panel. Just shut the fuck up. And let
hmm
you and Jay Dunn talk. I mean that's
Pretty
easy. If you
much.
don't want to talk to nobody,
Just scary.
just
Just a
don't talk
scary
to them.
bitch. A scary bitch. Just a scary
Yeah.
bitch. It denotes a scary bitch. Why you think she'll block her page and then she'll come after she do some fuck shit? She don't went too far and she don't
Uh-huh.
want or
Uh-huh.
if somebody mentioned excuse me, or somebody mentioned they gonna dox her, she'll block the
Mm-hmm.
page. I mean, and all this and all that, girl.
But you notice she can't stay away. Her page is gone, but she's like dog shit on the back of your shoe, tracking everywhere in every chat on every live. But her page is gone. I'm gone. I
Right,
was
she'll
drunk
hide her
on both
page. She'll
occasions.
hide her page
She
and
was
she
drunk,
gone, but you still
and
around.
then
Right.
on both occasions she was drunk when she hit her page. But then when she
Uh-huh.
wanted to sit up and try to act superior to people, I don't drink. I don't drink at all. Well, what's with
Right.
the drunk delete your pages? Like get the fuck out of my face.
Just just
I,
just
I
fake
don't
phony and
I don't
fraudulent. Just
tolerate ignorant
ridiculous.
bitches.
Oh, and she
Like
also didn't like because I was asking people, did they think if she was what's her name? What is that girl's name? If they didn't say they didn't she didn't like cause I was questioning if she was
Houston
Houston bred
bred.
or not because she sounds
Yeah.
just like her. You know what I mean? And Jay Dunn, who was Houston bred's friend, said it wasn't her. So I was like, well, okay. This still don't mean she don't sound like her to me. You know what I mean? And like I said, you got an agenda. To me, in my mind, she either got an agenda or she can't piss crazy. But one thing she is not is black. Okay? And people start saying, well, you ain't black, you ain't black. That's when she came up with the I mixed. She mixed now, but first she was black. First she was black,
Mhm.
but now she mixed.
Mhm.
Because people start questioning
Uh-huh.
if she was black or not, and now she mixed. She said that's how she got to the mixed part. So you got to follow what's going on. First she was black.
Right.
People start questioning that by the way that she was speaking down on black people, and now she mixed.
Right.
And they say what you mixed with. The first thing, for whatever reason, that popped to her mind was Bangladesh, wasn't it? That's the first thing that popped in her mind, and that's what came out of her mouth. So they should have told people that that's a lie. I don't know why people the shit is sound dumb as fuck. Number one, and number two, I can tell that that's the first thing that popped to her mind because she's a lying ass bitch, and she thinks she's smarter than the average bird, but she's not. I am not impressed by this bull crap. I can see right through you, honey. Okay? It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
But people swear that math is a prayer book. I don't know why people act like folks' math is a prayer book on YouTube. What is the deal with that? It is weird. And then I can't RonyiQ. But that thing right there, I don't think no more that thing than I think of that white trash chick that we was just talking about. What is her name? Diving for Dirt. They all in the
Diving.
same boat to me. And now we know why she was, she came in on the backs of she had a problem with oh girl talking about colorism, and now we know why she had such a problem with that. See, that's what first tipped me off about it as soon as I heard that. And I think that was the conversation that I was having, because if you're a black woman in America, you are very well familiar with the conversation of colorism, right? And I just can't. And then so I'm thinking, well, why are you so against the conversation and you're a black woman in America? Like that don't make sense to me. Because I critically think about everything. That's me. But that's why the thing don't like me. I don't care nothing about the thing. I don't give a damn what it say on this community wall. I ain't finna go over and look at it. I don't give a damn. But like you said, don't be etting you. Fuck that bitch.
Right.
Bitch, fuck you. Just let me say it like that. What about that? Is that gonna work?
Right.
That's why I don't even
Exactly.
talk about it. That's like, who cares? You weak. After I realize that you weak, I don't care nothing about you. Like, we don't have no more conversations. You did from then on. Henceforth, you can't do nothing but get cussed out. When it comes to me, I don't care what you think about me. You're a summation of me. I don't give a damn. You can't get nothing but cussed out. That's it. That's all. Nothing else. That's why I talk. If I want to talk about big wooden teeth Nika, I talk about it. If I want to talk about big fat Brianna, I will talk about it. If I want to talk about goofy ass Zorro, I talk about it. Whoever the fuck I want to talk about, I'm gonna talk about. Because this is my device, number one. Number two, I'm grown. And number three, what you gonna do about it? And that's what I meant by people trying to control what come out of other people's mouth. It's just not, it don't work like that. You know, just like you
Yeah.
got the right to sit up there and lie, I got the right to analyze the lie.
Don't get
That
mad.
girl is a
Don't just
weirdo.
don't do dumb shit. Don't get mad. Just don't do dumb shit and think I'm gonna buy
And
it.
don't, and why you gotta lie? You feel like you gotta lie to kick it? That denotes insecurity when you coming out and you speaking down on people. That denotes insecurity. And that's what that chick did. That's what she still do. And she want,
Right.
now I guess she paying people to get away with it. But other folks is so dumb and so thirsty, they'll go for that stuff. Like I said, that called that big old bitch a feeder, and she didn't even cuss her out. But you can come for me on some bullshit. I'm like, girl, I would never ever respect you again, because that is a result in direct insult. And you let her sit on your powder after she said, I didn't mean it like that. She still sat there for about an hour till you ended your show.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. I was like,
That's crazy.
wow. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. Like, you really going for that?
And
It
and
was
the
beyond
thing
me.
is, I don't get it. After what she had just gone through with Kimmy, but some people don't learn, so they got to learn the hard way.
Right.
I
I
had
was like,
I had a cousin.
wow.
I had a cousin. We were in a van back in the day, and it had a hot pipe running down the side. One of those engine pipes to make it sound
Hmm.
louder.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he had gotten out of the van. He was way away from the van, and I was getting out, and they said, "Watch the pipe, it's hot." And he came back to the van and stuck his leg up
Ooh.
against the pipe and got a third
Ouch.
degree burn on his leg.
Ouch.
See, some people got to learn the
Ouch.
hard way.
Yeah, don't pay attention. They ain't paying
I
attention.
avoided the I avoided the pipe, but some people got to stick their leg on the hot pipe before they learn that the
You
pipe is
right.
hot.
You right. You
That's
right.
it.
You
That's all.
absolutely right. RonyiQ, that's a great analogy. Because something
Hmm.
like that has happened to somebody, one of my cousins before. You know, and so yeah, just don't pay attention. Just not paying attention, not listening. Just real basic and stupid. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Just in general. I don't
just
do
don't heed the
stupid.
warning. Just
Don't
don't
heed the
heed the
warning.
warning.
I get the. I used to get slapped upside my head. This what made me start critically thinking and paying attention. Right. Every time I used to say, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was a
Sorry.
mistake. You know those kind of excuses kids
Sorry.
make.
Hold on.
Okay.
Right.
We'll tell you every
Hold on.
time I used to say, okay.
Olivia?
I'm here.
Olivia?
Can you hear me?
Okay. I
Can you
I
hear
hit
me?
the I hit the yeah, I hear you. I hit the YouTube button by mistake. Go ahead.
Yeah, but every time I used to make one of those, I made a mistake. I didn't know, whatever. You know what kids say to try to get up out of something, right? Because they didn't pay attention. Every time I used to say something like that, my
Mm-hmm.
mama or my grandmama used to pop me in the back of my head. But that taught me to pay
Mm-hmm.
attention and don't be making stupid mistakes or
Mm-hmm.
something bad is gonna happen. You know what I mean? I see a lot
Right.
of people that didn't get that teaching because they didn't pay attention. Okay? Even when it comes to some of the young people in my family, they don't pay. I didn't know. I made a mistake. I didn't hear you. I didn't this. You.
Right.
Why are you saying that? You sound stupid to me. Don't do that. Now, I'm not gonna slap you upside your head like I got used to get slapped upside my head, but I'm gonna make you feel real bad for making a freaking mistake in the first place. Don't do that. Think about it. But think before
I
you act.
understand.
But I say it's rampant here on I'd be like, oh Lord, when I got a whole education, RonyiQ. When I start doing social media, I
Right.
got a whole education. Do you hear me about a whole lot of things? But one thing I learned from the B secular in particular, there are a whole lot of people that don't know a whole lot of stuff that don't live their whole entire life without knowing anything at all except dumb shit. How you maneuver in the world being that remedial is beyond me. And make it so bad they ain't even playing stupid. They stupid for real.
Uh-huh.
That's why they try to
Yeah, some
control
people
stuff.
just adapt.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yep. And
I
then
cannot.
the
I be
ones
thinking
who
people be playing. I
and
be
the,
trying to give them I'm sorry.
and
Mm-hmm.
then the ones who have done something who I look, I ain't helping nobody. I'm tired. I
Mm-mm.
ain't helping nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't doing
Mm-mm.
nothing. People have different life experiences, so you
Mm-hmm.
enjoy spewing yours, and I ain't got to point nothing out to you,
Mm-mm.
nothing, no way, no how. Like I said, my channel is going to be
Mm-hmm.
concentrated on my content, and I am
Mm-hmm.
going to stay in the beef sector. And if it's something I want to talk about, I am going to talk about it. If it's something
Mm-hmm.
that is dangerous and unhealthy information being put out,
Mm-hmm.
I will counter that information with educated facts and actual
Mm-hmm.
statistics instead of 90% of the people who go to treatment relapse. No, like something like 53% of the people who go to 53% of people who go to rehab centers relapse. All this misinformation and all this type of stuff. Relapse is a part of recovery. No, relapse is relapse. Recovery is recovery. You don't say remission is part of cancer. No, some people get treated for cancer and they never go through remission. But if the cancer come back out of remission and you don't say, "Well, I'm still in remission," remission is a part of getting cancer again is a part of remission. No, getting cancer again is having cancer again. Remission is being cancer free. Sobriety is being drug and alcohol free. So all this dumb shit that people are putting out is it just boils my blood.
What it is an excuse for the lie that they be telling themselves is what they be telling the people. Like that chick over there always talking about sobriety and all of this and all of that, when the whole time you still using you are a action you are in the midst of this type of this type of addiction, but you want to come on here for whatever reason and paint a different picture and spin a whole new narrative. I don't even know. But when it come to that chick right there, I heard so much stuff about that chick. And I know you could be talking about somebody else. It's just that I heard so much lowbrow stuff about that chick. I'm thinking, are you doing like prostitution online? Like what is going on here? What is what is the deal with all the lies and the thirsty after any man at all and the what is the bottom line here? Like, what's really going on? You got to see why somebody run. So she running a sobriety scam. I'm like, huh?
Attention. Attention.
Depth, attention. It says, ugh. I'm like, girl. But okay, do you?
You know what they say in the media or in like Hollywood sometime, all publicity is good publicity,
There
even
you
if
go.
it's
Maybe
bad.
that's what it is. Okay.
You know.
And then when you don't have no, when you don't have no pride in yourself. See, one thing I did learn on here that for some people, there is no low that they are willing to go.
Hmm.
They have no, just would do anything. You know what I mean? Anything at all.
Right.
It's even some people that are in active addiction that there are some things that they are not willing to do. But you got people on
Right.
here that's not addicted to anything, but there is no low that they are willing to go. It's
But the
just
ad-
weird.
but one thing you can be guaranteed: the addict will lie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And to get that coin so they can get that dough.
They perfected the art of lying and storytelling and weaving tales. That's one thing they will do.
Now that's the truth about that. And then it's easier. All the scammers and all of this and all of that. They done came online nowadays, just like everything else. That's why I can't understand why. And then when did YouTube get a dating site? Become a dating site? I'm confused by that. Don't they realize these do? Why would number one? Why would you even want to talk to somebody, a man, a grown man? That's not even in their early 20s or nothing. We're talking about 40s and 50s. They online all day just gossiping and being petty just as much as women are. And this is the thing you want for a mate? You trying to hook up with this thing? Don't you know, girl, that they're hustling you for content?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't nothing but
Mm-hmm.
content. And then they have
God
whole
bless them.
arguments over these dudes. I'm thinking, oh my God.
God bless them.
Yeah, you don't have a base level, what you consider to me to be a desirable man?
You don't
That be
have
tripping me out, RonyiQ.
you don't have a life outside of YouTube where you interact with other human beings is a
With
better
actual
question.
people, right? I would be afraid.
Yeah.
Ronnie, I guess I'm old. They say I'm ancient around here, right? But, girl, I would be afraid to actually want to consider meeting somebody in person that I met online from whatever
Mm-hmm.
platform. I would be. I think I done looked at too many Lifetime movies, child.
Too much Dateline, too much
Too
ID
much. Yes.
channel.
Yes. I would be afraid, child. I would be afraid. I'd be like, Not only can you not
Uh-huh.
have my number or my email address, it's just pretty much a no go for me. Like if I was a
Yeah.
single person, thank God I'm not. But even if I was, and if the
Mhm.
only option I had was meeting somebody online, it would be a no for me.
And a lot of people who are dating now say, I'm meeting people online. That's really the way that people date nowadays, and they take it like, oh no, that's just standard. That's just how people date nowadays, and using apps. That's
That's how
nothing.
people get killed, Money Q.
Yeah.
But you know what that says to me is that people got very low to no social skills.
Well,
Very low to no social skills. That's all it says to me.
and that's another effect of kind of like herding the population into
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
a certain
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
You look at it when that virus came out and they told people that they was going to put everybody on a lockdown. It was no
Mm-hmm.
resistance, and
Mm-hmm.
I really feel that was kind of like a test run
Mm-hmm.
because no
Mm-hmm.
resistance. Everybody's like, okay, I'm gonna stay home. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the grocery stores at these times,
Mm-hmm.
and you see what they did in over in China. They've been having the restrictions so long, the people finally revolted, and they
Now
rose
they
up
easing them up.
and they ease in
Mm-hmm.
the restrictions. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But there was no
Population
resistance.
control. Mm-hmm.
Population control.
Population
Exactly.
control. And then check out the play. Because I was, you know what, stay out of my brain, Ronnie Q. Because the other
Mm-hmm.
day, I was just sitting around, I was like, about that whole situation right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then check the president that they chose to be over that sort of thing at the onslaught of it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Check who was somebody that's absolutely unqualified. that don't know nothing about nothing when it comes to geopolitics. All of a sudden,
Mhm.
this thing has happened to the world. You know what I mean? But in 2016, Barack Obama set up a whole team, a whole
Yes.
department for something like that happening. You know, I'm not
Mhm.
saying the word on
Yeah.
purpose. And
Right.
soon as the person get in office, one of the first things that he does is get rid of
Dismantled it.
that,
And
dismantle it.
all the supplies and everything you would need to handle any type of such
Yes.
emergency.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Ain't that something?
people don't see that. People don't understand that, and then just set up lies and say, "Oh, everybody has what they need in hospitals," and you see the hospital workers talking about how they have to make makeshift this, that, and the other to protect
Yeah.
themselves. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
crazy. Population control. Yes,
Yeah.
that
Population
was a big
control.
run on the population control, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Still trying to do it in little ways, trying to take your rights away, your freedoms away.
Mhm.
This is why people really need to pay attention to what's going on,
Yeah,
in the
people.
world. And I'm
Hmm.
not just talking about this sector. I'm talking about energy. You spend so much time. Even this internet thing is a form of population control to keep your mind shut off to what's actually going on around you.
Right.
That's why people are comfortable with doing stuff like online dating and all of this and all that. Because if you're separated, you're not actually in front of a person. You're really having a relationship, in my opinion, with your device. You
Right.
know what I
Even
mean? And so
you.
by the time you actually meet the person, it's absolutely uncomfortable. And you
Right.
don't really know, and you don't know if this person is a serial killer or not, because you can be anything you want to be online.
Right.
You have no interpersonal skills at all. You have no social skills. This person been lying to you for weeks or months or even days, because I understand it be a quickie around here,
Uh huh.
these days. And got people arguing about folks that they never actually met at all. I be like, wow, it's all a form of population control, in my
Right.
opinion.
And then you
Mm-mm.
even notice when did somebody hit your panel?
Who mine?
Yeah.
No, uh-uh.
Oh, I thought somebody was backstage. I thought I heard the little click.
Oh,
And
it
even
might be
you,
my eyeglass thing hitting my microphone. That's probably what it is. I ain't even dropped the link in forever.
and even you notice that sometimes when people are out and about, like in a waiting room or whatever, they can be with a party and so, and everybody has their head down. Everybody's on their phone. Even when they are together, there is no interpersonal interactivity or talking or anything like that because everybody's in their devices. You know, that's another thing. But if you go down most streets, and from like the time when we grew up, uh, to right now, it's just like your whole town, the whole city is shut down after a certain time.
Yeah, yeah,
The
they
whole
did. They
city.
didn't go back. Nothing went back to normal.
Hmm.
Nothing went
Yeah.
back to normal. Yeah, you're right
So
about that.
it's
Like you
it's a
said,
trip.
population control.
Yeah. So Miss Olivia, I got to get off here. My dog's looking at me crazy because they got to go outside. They like, "What you doing?" I gotta go.
Okay, okay. Right. I didn't even. Child, we had one of them good conversations. I didn't realize I had just looked up at the time and we almost at 2.5 hours. I had no idea.
But it was great
But thank
talking
you.
to you as
Absolutely.
usual.
And I'll be listening. I'll be looking out for your for the content that you're gonna do.
Okay.
And we ain't gonna don't be letting nobody dictate you into the remedial doldrums of this nonsense. It ain't
Okay.
even fun no more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That's why,
It's
like, you
something
know what? I
else.
don't care if I got 10 people in my chat. I'm gonna start having some actual conversations. But I'm
Hmm.
not going to build up a whole nother channel just so I can start having actual conversations. I'm going to do it
Hmm.
right here. It take too much time, and I don't have that time to invest. That's why I can't build up my other channel. Now, I thought about it, but I'm gonna have my conversations right here, child. It is what it is. Now we gonna
Hmm.
see what the conversation be about the clicks and the views when they go all the way down, because I want to talk about something that don't concern somebody's vajayjay or something like that,
Uh-huh.
or the latest drama or tea,
Right.
because all the drama and tea is the same damn thing anyway. And I'm sick
Right.
of talking about them. But anyway, child, all right.
Well, all right. Thanks, Olivia, for having me. Thanks, chat.
Thanks
It
for
was nice,
thanks for
nice
coming
being up
up.
here.
All right, talk to you
All
later,
right. Bye
Ronnie.
bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Y'all, I didn't even realize that we had been on here this long. I'm gonna get on out here. It's just a couple of y'all left here, but I was having such a good conversation. Y'all know when I start having a good conversation, it don't even matter anymore. Hey, Lady Tia. But thank you all for joining me this evening. Waste time, but I don't even think the time was wasted. I enjoyed the conversation with RonyiQ, cause we started talking about some other things, and so it's always good to have an actual conversation. To me, that don't involve the nonsense. And when you're having a good conversation, one of those good old porch watcher conversations when you start out talking about mess and end up talking about something real, that means I had a good live. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. But anyway, I hope you guys have a nice weekend. Thanks for joining me. Please be part of the replay gang if you came in late. Love you guys, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Peace. You welcome, Fifi. Peace, y'all.